Be Told. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Truth Be Told, where the
We in
truth
the
is
building.
always told. You get a little laugh.
What's
And
up,
we got our guests
everybody?
here. They
Truth
be
be
making
told
it
in the house.
Be told.
Truth
We
be
got
told
Lady
in the
T.
house.
We got Andre. We got Tech.
We in the building.
What's happening? Hey, everybody.
What's
So
up?
we can go right into this topic. It ain't got nothing to do with what the title is saying, but we've been backstage for like an hour talking
The whole
about
hour.
the same thing.
Yes. Ooh,
I might not be able to
that's a
phrase
great.
it right, but how did I phrase it? What was the question?
The phrase like
How to smack a
a
butt.
woman can a woman accept a man in his feminine energy and then vice versa. So why would a man want to accept a woman in her masculine energy?
So if a woman cannot and will not
Yeah.
accept a feminine man,
Mm-hmm.
effeminate, not gay, not rainbow man, but just a feminine man.
Mm-hmm.
Why is the expectation that a man, because what, let me finish this, the expectation that a man should um, date a masculine woman with the expectation that it takes a real man to bring a woman out of her masculinity.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's possible. I think a person is masculine. If they was masculine their whole life, they're gonna be masculine till they die. Vice versa. I don't think you can take a feminine man, and then now he's Mr. Macho. Like even if he becomes a gangster, he gonna still be a feminine gangster. You know, even if he becomes a murder,
With
a
that.
unaliver, and he runs a criminal empire, he's still gonna be a feminine, whatever that is. I just don't.
Mm-hmm.
That's my part of this debate. I'll turn it over to whoever's coming next.
My part of the debate is that yes, this is so true that some women do expect men to accept them even in their masculine state of mind, but expect him to, douse her with love and kindness and all that stuff, which allows her to enter into her feminine energy, not just with love and kindness, but other things that helps her stand down. Okay, so I do not agree that either or should happen. I don't think that men should have to deal with a woman's masculinity, especially if that's not what he's into. Let's start there, because some men be into that stuff, but um, especially if that's not what he's into. I really feel like men in their feminine energy should not expect a woman to bring them into their masculine energy. I also feel like both man or female who is in that energy, yes, may have had something going on in their life that got them there. I also believe in healing. I'm a true believer in healing. And so if I feel like if a woman is in her masculine energy and say she's going to therapy, she's doing some, self check or whatever, I believe that there are ways to not be always masculine, even if you grew up in it. That's my take on it. Who's next? Dude.
Okay, Doug.
uh,
Go ahead.
I don't think a woman should be masculine at all. She should sit her ass down and serve her man. No, I'm just playing, but
Damn. Okay.
Nah, but the thing is,
I don't know if he playing.
I think masculine women. If a woman's masculine, she grew up like that. She was taught to be masculine. She wasn't raised by a real man. She probably was raised just by a mama, and the father figure wasn't there, and she was taught to be like that. Because a lot of women that are masculine grow into being that way because they didn't have a father figure in their life, and all they know is how to take care of themselves, how to take care of business and their kids. So
That's what you saying?
that's what I'm saying for some women. I'm not saying all women, but some women is masculine because they grew into that.
What about the women who had their daddy in their life though, that are masculine?
Those women, they probably was the ones that was playing basketball and baseball when they were kids and was tomboys when they was kids. They had the man in their life. That's how I feel about the situation. I'm not saying 100% of masculine women, but majority of them
But
was
here's
tomboys.
the thing though, Doug. Here's the thing about what you're saying. Um, being independent where you got to take care of the bills, right?
Yeah.
Uh, I don't feel like that's being masculine. That is just being a strong person and handling business and stuff. I don't know if that's what the idea of what being masculine is, being that because you gotta take care of things. I think when I'm saying masculine, I'm talking about like this is big bro, this little bro.
Yeah.
So are you okay?
Are you
I'm
talking
not.
about like wives and masculine?
All right. Uh, let me try to give an example. The brat before she came out as being part of the LGBTQ. I like
Mhm.
the brat. The brat was one of my favorite
She was
people.
cold then and still cold now. I just thought she was more of a tomboyish type figure.
But that's masculine
Yeah.
energy. Even when she was dressing like a girl a little bit. I watched that video a couple years ago. I rewatched this video. It's been 5 months since you went away. You left without a word,
Oh girl, I
nothing
can't think
to
of her name.
say.
She from here, Fort Wayne or something like that.
When I
I
was
hear
the
you,
one
Andre. I
who
heard your little
gave
voice.
you
Gave
my
you
heart and
heart
soul. But it
soul.
wasn't good enough for you. No. So I asked God.
And that's great. She's cute too, though.
But when
So
I
okay,
watched it,
She was
when I
real good.
rewatched that video, I was like, man, I think she is a stud. I went and researched her today. Yeah, all the rest of her stuff, and she's a boy.
Mm.
Um,
I just thought she was thuggish.
she identifies as him
Mm.
and
Um,
he. But let me see who else. I think LaChat is manly. Ain't that her name from
3-6 Mafia.
36 Mafia?
Yeah. The chat was shoot. Gangsta Boo was kind of masculine, also though.
Yeah, Gangsta Boo. Now, although Mia X she talked a good game, I believe Mia X is feminine though
um,
in
I
real
don't know.
life.
I
Yeah,
don't
I know
know.
that she was. Yeah,
In
I
real
agree.
life.
Yeah.
So being she still had manly masculine qualities, but I do believe that she was more of the feminine nature though.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Queen Latifah,
okay.
that's a hard one
She said, "Okay."
because
She go back and forth. Let's put it like that.
she's a hard one because I don't think that she puts off a masculine like I'm a stud. She pushes femininity, but she likes women though, so that's a hard one.
So does she
Okay,
like
if we go
women,
back
but
to
she'll
the
date a man?
oh, sorry.
Who? Queen Latifah?
Yeah.
Have,
She's dated men in her life, but
I think she has been a man.
Oh,
she's
okay.
dated men in her life, but
Confused
not.
about what it was.
I think her LL Cool J dated, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe I haven't heard about that though.
Okay.
So what was the question? Like, can we go back to that? I'm sorry.
So women have been saying on social media right now, uh, they want a guy, a real man. A real man can take a woman out of her masculine energy. So
Mhm.
pretty much taking a manly type of girl and turn her into a woman. That's what I'm getting from that.
So you're asking us, do we believe that that can happen? Is that the
No, I'm asking if that's the case because I
Mhm.
watched a podcast
Okay.
where this concept was brung up, and the guy asked the question, "Well, okay, woman, would you date a feminine man? Like, would you even care why he's feminine? Like, we gonna skip over. Oh, she was raised by her mama, and she was all of this. But would you even care why this man is feminine? Would
Yeah.
you even give him an opportunity?
No.
You
I would.
wouldn't even care. So it's like, why would a dude come through and be the same way? Like, well, she's masculine because this. None of that shit even matters.
Well, that's just the same thing as like a guy saying like, oh well, I would see two women make out, but I don't want to see two men make out. That's that's the same type of thing if you ask me, because either way you go, it's not right. But
Well, I don't want to see either one make out.
right, you don't. But there's people out here who like
Right.
and love it, you know. But to answer your question, I would say like honestly, no, I would not want to date a feminine guy. And um for mainly personal preference, because it's not that you can't change a guy. I do believe anybody can change, but it's if they really want to. If you grew up being this type of way,
What's up, Jonathan?
and you became grown, 9 times out of 10, this is what you want. You know, you pretty much, once you get to high school, you pretty much already know what you want, whether that's a guy or a woman. um and depending on what you do, like, I don't believe that nobody can just come and just change that. Now, if you are saying like there's a woman who may have been insecure about herself, she may have, things may have happened to her, maybe a essay when she was younger that brought her to be very masculine, because I know that those type of women who has had things happen to them tend to also go the other way, and they do it for certain reasons. Some, I don't even want to get into that, but saying all that to say, like, I do believe the right man can change her if she wants to, if that's what she really wants. But if she don't, then no. um and I believe that you should never force someone to change. You should actually see what it is they want to do and let them do that. And you can also encourage, but you can't just make them. And that's the same with a man. Like, if a man is feminine and he wants to change, he's going to change. But I've never, and I'm not trying to be funny, I've never seen my screen. Oh.
It's fixed now. It's fixed now. You were frozen for a minute.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It's probably my signal, but I've never seen I've and like I was just basically saying, like, I've never seen a feminine guy become masculine. It's either he's feminine or he's masculine. Like, it's something that's instilled in them. I don't think that it's something that they just wake up one day and they just that way. Like, this is how they been. And um
That's the same way with the woman, though. Ain't no
Yeah.
woman gonna change from a masculine woman to
Supposed
being
to, yeah.
feminine. It's just
No, but
not gonna
I
happen.
just said though. I just said that. I said I don't believe a man can change a woman to be different either. Like if she, unless she wants that, and usually, like I said, unless it's something that happened in her.
Her screen keep
She's
freezing.
gone. I don't know what happened, but I just do not think that you can just one day wake up and say, "Okay, let me start putting on dresses." You're gonna be uncomfortable as hell.
Right. So I do believe that. I don't believe that. No, I'm agreeing with you though. I don't think that you can just change a woman from being masculine to feminine. Because usually, if that was already what she wanted to be, then that's what she's gonna be. Unless
Right.
a
What
reason
the
behind,
hell is he talking about?
huh?
No, go ahead.
Unfiltered and real people talking.
He's just giving us a compliment. He's saying basically that he enjoys our podcast and we need more attention to the podcast because it's real talk and it's
Yeah,
real people talking about it.
yeah. I fucks with it, Jonathan. But
Ain't that it?
yeah.
They need
But no,
to explain
really,
that
y'all.
shit.
I don't think that you can really do that. Like you can't change somebody. They have to want to change themselves. Period. Point blank. I don't care who it is and what they got.
Right.
But now you can encourage them. But if they want that, they will show you they want that, and then that's when you can step in and be like, okay, well, hey, if you really want to change and you really want my help, I can help you. And this is X, Y, and Z. This is what you need to do.
Now,
Or
let me ask you this real quick. How can, let's say I'm the man in the situation. How can I teach my woman who is masculine to be feminine? How can I do that?
You
Or how
can't.
could she teach her man to be masculine? Like, how can someone teach somebody this? Like, you need to get around other like-minded people
that's what I was
and
just
start
gonna say.
picking up. Yeah, go ahead.
Watching videos. I hate to say it, but comparing. Like you would sit them down and be like, okay, now look at
I'm
her.
delivered. That's what
Like
the fuck
yeah,
it
I
sounds like.
don't
you would
like man no more. Wait,
like
wait.
Go ahead, Lady T, man.
no, I'm serious. Like get them in front of videos. That's the way. I mean, it would be like teaching. You would show them different people that looks like this and that. Because you got different styles of women. Like how Tay says she don't wear tennis. I mean, she don't really wear heels and stuff. She mostly wear tennis shoes. Okay, but she's very feminine. I mean, we see that. We can tell. But then you have another type of feminine woman that does wear heels, and then you may have a woman that does a little bit of both, like me. Like I like both. I like to put on
She said like me.
no, but I also like to wear tennis shoes. But
Yeah.
but usually the women that are masculine, that's that's how they already chose that when they was in high school, and
Hmm.
that's
That's
what
who they are. That's why I feel like I kept saying, like, I don't think there's no counseling you can do. You can't put a band-aid on that. Now, I can't think of what these classes are called. Like they have like etiquette classes where they teach. I cannot, it was on the tip of my tongue, but it's actually a name for the classes
uh-huh.
that teach like
Like little
women how to
girls.
be classy or something like that. Or and you know how you can sit down at a dinner table and they teach you what the salad fork is
Yeah.
and the steak fork.
I mean, nowadays
It-
we got classes for
Shrimp fork and shit.
so there's a class for everything, and that's why I was saying like watching YouTube videos. They got everything on YouTube now. They
I still don't think it's gonna work though. Like,
but
you're not about to snap
but
out
it's
of
worth it.
being who you are.
It's
So
only
what you
worth it
saying?
if you wanted to.
So what you saying is, Andre, I'm sorry. What you're saying is that if a woman has masculine energy, it can never change.
I'm not saying masculine energy. I'm saying if she's masculine.
Uh huh. That it'll never change.
Yeah.
It's impossible. That's who she is. That's who, from a little kid, she became that. And I don't think that there's one day, because especially in this world where people have that, you're gonna accept me as I am, or you're gonna get the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? She's
Yeah.
gonna be looking for somebody to be down with her program. And even if she gets a guy, and she's like, "Oh, let me try to get in the feminine energy."
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, her real that facade, it's called a facade, right? Eventually that facade is going to wear off. Like, how
Mm-hmm.
long can you keep acting like something that you're not
Mm-hmm.
until it? And then let's say one day you got to kick them shoes off and just be your regular self. Like, you're gonna shock the person you with. You're like, yeah, this is really me. As soon as you get comfortable, this is really me. I just
Yeah.
don't think that there's no change in that. Like, somebody who's an introvert, can they just become a party animal? Just like, maybe with time. But I think the older you are, the more you're set in your ways. Like, if somebody is young, yeah. I know somebody who was a nerd in high school, and he did his best to become gangster. He started hanging out with all the gangsters. And eventually, that became his life. That led
Wow.
him down the path where he was getting locked the fuck up for stupid shit. Now his
Wow.
life is fucked up. He went from making good grades because that's what he wanted to do. Now, if a man wanted to be masculine, can he start hanging around with masculine men? I don't think that's going to help him because shit, these days they pushing something called toxic masculinity. So you got to be careful on even trying to be a man. You say you want a woman to know how to cook. What you mean you want her to know how to cook? Like, you in trouble.
What if she
You are
can't?
in trouble.
What if she's not the best cook, but she'll cook a meal for you every night?
Well, here is the thing, the difference between the masculine thing and then knowing how to cook.
She said, "Well, here's the thing."
I can't teach you. I can't teach you how to be feminine. That's just not something
Well,
I can do. But
but you
what
can
I
be
can
taught
do
how
is
to
say, what
cook.
I can do is say, hey babe, let's take up this cooking class on the weekends so we
Yeah,
can learn how to cook better together.
that's what's up.
Not saying that you don't know how to cook, but let's learn how to do it together. Fuck it.
Right, because deep down she probably already knows she ain't the best cook. She gonna be like, okay, baby, yeah, sure, let's do this, because
Well,
she
that
That
knows
shit
she
gonna
sound
be
need the
like,
help.
master.
that's a
What
nice
you
way.
trying to say?
That
What you
sound
trying to
like a
say?
nice way. That's a nice way of telling somebody that can't cook.
That's
Shit.
right. Hold on, Doug. Hold
But
on.
you gotta be blunt with that ass. You can't cook. Let's go
For
take this
real.
class.
What you trying to say?
No, for
I
real.
don't know how to
I,
cook.
I think,
No, that ain't what the fuck I'm
I,
trying to say. I'm
but
saying let's do this together.
but you right, because my sister is a full-time stud, right? Well,
Full
she's
time. She
always,
don't take no breaks.
hold on, but wait a
She
minute.
will stay full time.
In high school, she was like, basically, I just told y'all like what I believe. I believe in high school is when you find, when you figure out what you really want. Okay, so in high school, she was a tomboy. She played basketball and all this, right? Okay. So my mom would still buy her feminine outfits, and she would still make her go to the beauty shop and get her hair done and all of this, right? Okay. So at that point, I guess she was like a film stud or something, because like she would she would still, when she wanted to, she would still wear baggy clothes and sweats and t-shirts and stuff. But then when my mom, like when we would go somewhere in public, my mom would make her wear these feminine outfits and try to put her in shorts and you know skirt
Uh-huh.
and all of this. Okay, so one day, you know, my sister sat my mama down and told her, like, I'm not wearing these clothes anymore. I don't want to wear these clothes. And so my mom, like, was really upset. Like, I mean, she was furious about it. She was like, what do you mean you not wearing these clothes? What do you mean you not going to the beauty shop getting your hair done? She was at that point where she was just like, this is not what I want to do. Okay. Well, in the midst of all that, she had a child. Yeah. Ask me that how she had a child. I don't care if she see this podcast either. But how did you have a child and you
Mm-hmm.
like a boy? I don't know. But
Don't go in on your sister like that.
I'm not going in. I'm explaining
Oh, okay.
the scenario. So what
Right,
y'all
right.
understand is this is you'll understand what I'm saying, right? So after she had the child, then she went full blown, like full blown stud.
Hmm.
Never looked back after that. Never looked back. Right. So basically, what I'm getting to is even though she was forced to change, she never did. She
Hmm.
still wanted to wear the baggy clothes. She
Mm-hmm.
still wanted to wear the sports hats, and she never went back. So saying all that to say that is a prime example of how I can justify to say, like, no, you can't change them if that's not what they want.
Yeah,
Now, if they want
exactly.
that, then it can be arranged, like how Dre said, taking classes or whatever. But in reality, once your mind is already set and made up,
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, I don't
You're
think you can
you're
take a
gonna be
class.
who you
I don't
want to
think you
be.
can put a band-aid on it. I think,
You're
like you
gonna be
said,
who you want to be.
you make up your mind who you are a long time ago, and it
Exactly.
becomes who you are.
That's who you're gonna be.
And you can't pray
You
it
can't change
away.
your mind. You can't.
You can don't. The only thing your best bet is to find somebody who is down with your programming. Somebody who's okay, but you cannot try to force somebody who's not okay with it. Oh, you're gonna accept this
right?
because they don't have to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? The issue is just gonna
I
be
thought
they just they have to just move on, and you got to be okay with somebody not liking you for who you are because they don't want that for themselves. And
Yeah.
we all can feel like a way about it, but at the end of the day, if that is not who somebody wants in their life, you can't force yourself in somebody's life.
that's
Right.
Yeah. You
yeah,
can't change people
because
who they are.
right. Because one, I'm gonna be honest, y'all. Like, I don't know if this is true, but this is something that, like, and the only reason why I ever thought like this was because I love my sister dearly. I wouldn't change her for who she is for the world. But I do believe that some people, like, spirits have either a it's either a feminine spirit or it's a male spirit. And I think what happens is sometimes the masculine spirits get put in the bodies of a woman, and the feminine spirits get put in the bodies of a man. And I believe those are the people that change their identities of who they, whether they want to be feminine or masculine, based on that spirit. Like, I really think that's what be going on, because
Thank you,
are some,
Jonathan.
like, there are some people that I swear to you that I just believe, like, man, you wouldn't even think, like for instance, my sister, like, and she likes for me to call her bro and all of this, but it's so deeper than that, because like her spirit is like a man. Like,
Can
it's
you call her bro?
sometimes, I ain't gonna say I call her bro all the time, because I definitely call her sister. Like, that's my sister. We took baths together. You know what I'm saying? So that's my sister all day. But
Right.
like, it might slip out, like if I'm just having a conversation, be like, damn, bro, you know what I'm saying? But no, I call her sis, like, all day long. but
Right.
but there are people out there that respect her of calling her bro. I don't care,
Mm-hmm.
because that's, I've always known her to be one way, but somebody in the streets, would look at her differently. I mean, even if you saw her, you would think she's a guy. Like, she even looks like a guy. Like, it's crazy. But I really think that that happens to certain people. And it's
Mm-hmm.
nothing wrong with that. Like, I don't think it's nothing wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you are who you are. But I've seen it in reality that some spirits are just meant to be who they are.
So when you was a little kid, did you see that her spirit was of a man?
Yes. I've always felt like she was masculine. She the one who taught me how to fight. Like, she literally taught me how to fight. Like I'm talking, you would have thought. And like I said, she played basketball. She wrestled. Every activity she did in school was a boy activity, besides running track. But I mean, basketball is both.
Sister.
But I can't really say that basketball because basketball is women and men. But of course, she played with the men. She was
Uh-huh.
actually like she was about to get signed to go to the NBA. Don't ask me how, but that's how good. No, I'm so serious. Y'all laughing. This is crazy because I would never forget this. But she messed up, But yeah, she was gonna get signed. That's how good she was at basketball. Like
That's
she,
what's up.
yeah, and so every activity she did was like masculine. Like she did wrestling. She did what else? It was something else. Like it was so many things. Like I promise y'all, it was crazy. And she was a very good fighter. She fought guys. That's how
Yeah.
good she fought. Like she never fought women. She fought guys and beat up guys. You
So let
know,
me ask you this.
Was she older than you or younger?
she's older.
Oh,
We
okay.
like
So women,
we're
a lot of
like
black women like to fight.
we're like 10 minutes. I mean 10 years. I think
10
five,
minutes.
not 10 years, like six, maybe like 6, 7 years apart.
Yeah.
Does fighting make a woman masculine?
No, but I think that it's not ladylike.
Yeah, I don't think it's masculine either.
So
But I do
there's a
think
difference between feminine and being a lady.
Yes.
right.
Yes, it is.
Um,
Let's expound upon that.
So you need to you don't understand the difference.
Mm-mm.
Well, to me, being a lady,
Cause your name is Lady T. So go
exactly.
ahead.
So being a lady comes with different things. It's more of your energy, your aura, how you carry yourself, how you respect yourself, how you dress, you know, where you place yourself at, like your surroundings, like where you go, where you
right,
hang, your choice of friends, like all of that categorizes you from a lady and feminine, because you could be feminine and not be a lady. You could just be a woman that's feminine. A lady comes with a different aura, a different, it's a different walk. It's a different talk, like all of that, and it's definitely got to do with a respect level. So for instance, I'm trying to give you an example so you can understand a little bit more.
I got an example. Is it,
Okay, take it away, Tay.
my example for feminine and being a lady being two different things. Because a little girl can be feminine. I have a 5-year-old who is very feminine right now. I have some teen cousins. They're feminine. I even have some preteens, like 10, 11, feminine. But they're not ladies yet. Okay. And so I feel like a lady is a level of maturity in your femininity. But I feel like being feminine is actually something that is there, that is, it's in you before you even become a lady.
So it's like an ultimate form. Like if we was watching Dragon Ball Z, a lady is the ultimate form of being feminine.
I wouldn't say ultimate form. I was just saying, like, as far as a lady, being a lady comes with maturity, comes with experience, comes with um
It's a
certain
level
things.
up.
Yeah, it's a level up. Because being a little girl, it's not that you're not mature, is that you're not supposed to be mature yet. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say that, you know what I mean, if you're not a lady, then you're just underneath. I'm just saying, according to um if you want to say according to certain, ways that they say by a certain age, a lady should be this way or that way. I'm saying that eventually you reach that lady feminine power where it's just like, okay, it doesn't matter if they are acting this way. I don't have to meet them where they are. I can stay in my feminine energy. That brings about a real lady. You're being you're being ladylike, and your mentality, the way you think, the way you handle situations, arguments, disagreements, or the way you even handle happiness and different things like that. That right there shows a lady. But your
So can
feminine
we get the
energy,
levels right real quick?
go
So you
ahead.
go from being a little girl. When do you
Mhm.
stop being a little girl to being, I don't know what the level is before a lady? Because I think you probably can still be 20 and still be a little girl. You can not be mature. I don't know what's
Mhm.
the level after little girl.
The level after little girl, I don't know. I guess
Little
preteen, but lady,
lady.
like,
Yeah,
yeah,
little
I'm not
lady.
talking. No,
yeah.
no, no. When I say little girl, I'm not
Uh-huh.
saying little girl as in she's 12 years old. I'm saying the
Oh,
way that she's thinking, the way that her
oh,
mentality
okay.
is.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yes, yeah,
I guess
it,
it would be a young lady.
yeah,
A young,
young lady.
and
Yes,
then
So
when
it'd
you
be,
take the young off is when you have matured. That's what
yes,
I would say.
yes. I agree with that.
but can you be 40 years old and be a little girl?
Yes,
Um,
and in your mind, it's about your mind.
yeah,
Like if
yeah,
your mind has not matured and formed into a grown lady or a
um,
grown woman, then
yeah,
you are considered still a young minded lady, a young minded woman, or whatever you want to call it. But I wouldn't say a little girl because, of course, you're grown in your age. But just because you're grown in your age doesn't mean you've grown in your mind. Some people don't level up as fast as others.
But they do say that men, they ain't real men. They still little boys
Yeah, because you know
when
how
they
they
40
say,
years old.
a
mm-hmm.
woman is grown at 21, but a man is grown at 21, but a woman is grown at 18. That saying came along because it's something in where it's got to do with the equal, what am I trying to say? The balance. Um
Hell
Equilibrium.
no, that's
So
about they used to do pedo stuff and
so
they was marrying people when they was 14 and 15
but
years old.
but it's something else that makes us, and I think maturity comes with us. I'm gonna be honest, because we are the ones that has the children. We give the birth. That's
So
one of
why with the insurance companies you got to be a certain age to be a lady before
right.
you can get insured in a certain kind of way? Why you think that is?
The same
And
reason
that
that
that is you
out
got to be older than a man to be able to get like auto insurance. And I forgot how it go, but I know they asked a particular question.
usually when you're in a certain age, you move different. You know, you're lessly to be texting and driving if you're, I'm gonna just say past 35. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
talking about even before the texting was even applicable.
Okay, well,
They
in
would they wouldn't like rent they wouldn't rent certain cars to a female if she was
under
not
25. Yeah.
older. Yeah.
It's
But a guy
also
can get it at 18, 19.
it's also something with your attention span. Um, Women tend to multitask more than men do. Like we can try to expand our minds to be focused on different things than to just really be focused on one thing. Men, y'all can do that. Y'all can really stay more focused in on one thing. When women, we are more of multitaskers. And I think that may have something to do with it. I'm not 100% sure on that because that's actually a great question. But me being on the outside looking in, once again, women are the ones with children. Children are a distraction in the car. So that's another thing. I don't know how to really That's a good thing though. That's really a good question because I don't really know the difference, but I do know that they say that, far as the mind part of things, that we age faster. But if the insurance people don't look at it from that point of view, then I believe that they're looking at it from the other point of view.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, that's funny.
No, seriously, because I'm like, that's very important, and it makes a lot of sense. And nobody ever really pointed that out like that. So it kind of really got me over here thinking, because I'm like, that's really a good question. Like, you know, that's a great question. And I think I need answers.
You said the
Seriously.
ignorant people don't think of it like that.
I mean,
Right.
it's a good question, and I think that we are in. It feels like a man and woman war, and it feels like some women expect a man to just, oh my goodness, go all out, above, beyond. And I ain't talking about like money or whatever. I'm just talking about the expectation of that man is so greatly enlarged. And it's like you wouldn't even know how to act if you had that great responsibility on you as a woman to be this just great woman right off top and have all this together and all your I's dotted and T's crossed. That is very overwhelming for anybody to be in that position. But however, I also feel like that everybody should have an expectation of who you're with, or you'll just be with anybody. I mean, you're going to have to think about what is it that I would like, to see from my man or my woman. And if you don't have anything, then yeah, you might just accept whatever because you don't have an idea of what you would like them to, I don't know, be like, or what do you expect out of your man. However, just don't overwhelm everybody. Women are overwhelmed, men are overwhelmed. Everybody is either deciding not to date, or if I am going to date, it's got to be like this. Everybody's overwhelmed. And at some point, we're going to have to get to the point where we understand that we need each other and figure out how to coexist without all the hate.
I agree with that 100%. And that's so crazy that you said that, because it does feel like that here now in 2024. It's almost like, I don't know if a lot of us has been damaged, and like our spirits are just tired, like we're tired of going through these same cycles, dealing with this same stuff, no matter, we don't know how many times we've been reincarnated, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think this year that we are in, this is really making a lot of the women and the men, kind of really test one another. And meaning, like, it's like there are been a lot of, it's like lately it's been a lot of things that never came out before. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of different questions. A lot of people is like afraid to date. And it's like a lot of people are so afraid that they're sticking to people that they really don't even really want to be with. But just because they afraid and they're damaged and they're hurt, they're like, oh, this is all I know. So this is the way I'm going to go. And it's crazy because some of us could be sitting out here passing up our soulmates. I ain't going to say passing them up, because that ain't going to happen. What's meant for you will always be for you. But it's the timeline. It's the timing on when it will come. And what I have learned is these broken people has to heal first, before you will receive who you're supposed to receive. Because just think about that: if you are broken and your soulmate is in front of you, what are you gonna do? What you gonna do? Barbecue or mildew? Nah.
This is
but
a barbecue meal, dude.
no,
Like, I
seriously.
don't know if it's your soulmate though. If it is your soulmate, It don't matter if you broken or not. They gonna be there. You and I must make a pact.
So
We
what are
must bring
But
salvation
you
back.
wouldn't know if
so
it's your soulmate or
okay,
not.
well
Then.
brings
You
me
don't
to the
know.
next question then, the next topic. So what would you do if you had somebody that you were dating and you were definitely into them and you know what you want from a woman or a man? This is both. I'm talking to both. You know what you want. You've already, wrote it down, made it plain, prayed about it, talked to God, all of that, you know. And then you meet someone, y'all talking, y'all vibing, everything is good. And it may be one thing that don't add up to what you wanted, but all these other things is checking off. Like, okay, he checked off of that, he checked off of that, but it's just this one thing. Are you willing to work with that one thing? Or are you like, up, I'm done? And the only reason I ask this is because that's basically what I'm saying. What if this person is your soulmate, but that one thing that they are missing is you? So it's not adding up because they don't have you. But what if you come into their life and you balance them out with that one thing that they're missing?
All right. Before we go on to that, I just want to remember this topic. Um, because I don't want us to forget it because I wanted to piggyback off of Tay when Tay said that we have she didn't use the terminology like this, but I'm going to say it a gender war. And my question is, what side do you think is actually fueling this gender war? Is it the male or is it the female? Now, to answer Lady T's question, um, I think that when it comes to love and all of that shit, your list should be
She said, "Oh,
completely out the window. I don't think that you can tailor a person. Like this is not Weird Science, the movie. I don't think that you can just put together a list and then put it in the
perfect
machine
one."
and then out comes a perfect person one day. I mean, it just doesn't work like that. Now you can't say that, hey, I don't want somebody who smokes cigarettes, or I don't want somebody who smokes crack or who has a mental disposition that would affect my the way that I live. I don't think that like those things, yes, you can probably put that together. But I just don't think that you can make a list
Okay,
and
well, maybe
say,
I didn't make it sound like that because I'm not saying like an actual list. But I
well,
don't
you
know if
did say
y'all.
you did say write it down. Now you got to
Well,
Yeah,
break
I
it down.
said I
if
said
your
right.
expectations too high, you gonna be fucked.
Okay, because what I'm saying is I don't know about how
Dang, I
everybody.
missed a lot.
I don't know how everybody else live their life, but I I create my life, and it might sound weird to some people, but the ones who know what I'm talking about, if you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? And
I know
Mhm.
about
so
manifestation now.
right,
That's
exactly.
not the issue.
And
But
what I'm saying is I'm not saying like you're gonna write down a list and boom, automatically this type of person is gonna come. But God said ask and he shall give. So what I'm saying is whatever type of person you want, you should manifest that type of person. Like how do you think like it's not that I'm saying that you have to make up something. No, these are real things that can really happen. So what I'm saying is if you want a tall man, you know that if a short man come in front of you, this is not it because you want a tall man. And usually whatever you want, you're wanting that for a reason. That's your desire. And if it's your desire, that means that that was obviously meant for you to have it. Like if you, whatever you want, it's, you want it for a reason. It's not
but
just
see,
in your
here,
mind.
here's my thing about that. I believe social norms can program you. So wanting a tall man and then a great man who is not, let's say he 5'9",
Mhm.
5'11", he's not 6 or 7 feet.
Well, I'm five
But
five, so
hold on, hold
anything
on, hold on,
anything
hold
five
on,
five
hold
is
on.
tall to me. Anything past 5'5" is tall to me because I'm
Okay.
5'5".
Well, some women be like, he gotta be 6 feet. He gotta be 7 feet. He gotta do all of this. He gotta have this amount of money in his bank account. But your soulmate could come along and be none of that. He might be a nigga that's 5'5" too. You see what I'm saying? And be everything that you looking for in a mate, but you're looking past him because you have been conditioned to want a tall man. Like I don't think like back in the day when I was younger, and I can't speak it for when everybody else was younger because I was a blank slate when I was growing up. When I thought somebody was pretty, it didn't matter if she had titties and booty. It was she's cute. I.e. me liking Maya, right? It didn't matter if she was this or that. Like Laura Winslow was cute to me. Tia and Tamara was cute to me. They did not have booties and all of that. But
A lot of
over
girls.
time, I have been conditioned and I noticed that. And sometimes I do my best to try not to look at a girl when she going by. Let me see what her booty look like. Because I don't want that programming to win ultimately.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I do break my neck. I do break my neck sometimes to see. But I'm saying like that is some shit that was programmed.
but no, I'm
Uh,
honestly, I don't have a height preference. I don't. My things is not physical. Like looking at a person. That's not. I'm looking for traits. How you treat me. How you like that
well,
type of
give
stuff.
give us a couple of the things on your list. Give us three.
Definitely a protector and a provider and a man that respects a woman. Those are three right there. And
So
that could
what's a provider?
a provider.
Because we got to break it down.
Okay. So I would say, I mean, and this could be different for other people, but being able to provide for yourself before I'm there. Because if you can't take care of yourself, then when we get together, you can't help take care of me. And I'm not asking you to take care of me like that, but if I ever needed it, I want to know that I can lean on you just like you can lean on me if you needed to. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, can you provide for yourself? Like, are
But
you
what
the
if you was that missing piece he needed, right? Like you said, like maybe he needs you to come along and teach him how to
and that would
provide.
fine. That would be fine as long as all the other traits are there that I'm looking for. Like I'm not looking for a person like you said. Like it don't matter if he tall, skinny, black, fat. I don't care about none of that type of stuff. I'm looking. I want to know what's on the inside of you because that's what's gonna create my husband, not the way you look. You know what I'm saying? So, but you right, but it would definitely have to be like other things. And if everything checks off, then yeah, like if I don't see any red flags, it's not saying that he's
Hey,
gonna be,
wake your ass up. My bad,
I'm,
lady, too.
but it would
Go
have to
ahead.
it would be about the red
I'm
flags. Like
right here.
if I don't see any red flags, oh baby, it's a go. Like I'm gonna continue to talk to you until something, you know, makes me like, oh no. You
I
So
know,
was,
what if he's a perfect man, but he 5'5"?
well,
that I mean, honestly, and I'm gonna keep it real. Most guys that approach me are short. And I think it's because I'm short. So, I mean, well, I'm not short to me. I'm average height. I'm not gonna say short, but shorter guys approach me. And I think that's because they feel comfortable with my height. Because I have heard that short men, feel some type of way about taller women. They don't want them to be too tall. But when you're average height, shorter men will go for you. Like I don't know why, but my children's father, he's probably probably 2 inches taller than me. If so I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't care about none of that. Like, it's not about that. I know if it's gonna be because of the traits, because of how you
mhm,
treat, and things like.
yeah. And those things are something that you see once you're dating the person because there are some things that you can have on your list that is like that you can see up front, like his looks, his height, how he dresses, things like that. You can see that up front to help you determine, if this is somebody you would talk to. But and then there's things on your list that you have that's like that you won't know until you spend time with him. You know what I'm saying? Until you
Right.
date him, you don't know how he respects a women or his mom, or how he talks to people. If he's understanding, if he's a real listener, or is he a responder? You know, like, is he a giver or a taker? Like, which one? You know what I'm saying? So
That yes. That
those
type of
things come with dating, and I think I don't, I guess the issue with me is, and it could be an issue, is that I don't have a list. Now, I don't think there's nothing wrong with having a list. I don't have a list per se. I don't like, oh, he's got to make this much money and he's got to be this tall or whatever. And it's not because I disagree with it, but it's because I have come to find out what Andre said, that your soulmate could be nothing on that list at all. Completely opposite. And when I say that, I'm so serious. Like, I have completely come to an experience to understand what I'm saying is to not, just to be a little more open. But like I said, that could be an issue.
So look,
Your
on
soul
some real
making be
shit,
a bum on the street. You
on
never
some real
know.
shit, and this is no slight to my buddy. I believe that somewhere in the world there is somebody who was looking for a Carlton. Somebody who's gonna be loyal, who has a little bit of a goofy
Right.
attitude, mentality. You know what I'm
Most
saying?
definitely.
There's still things that he has to work on, but
Hmm.
there are there is there are people who are looking for that particular person. Now, you
Hmm.
don't know, like if somebody is always looking for a us. The thing is, just like any business, you got to get in front of more people. If you don't put yourself in front of more people, that's like it's more fish in the sea. But there are seven seas.
Hmm.
So you might be
Yeah.
fishing in the wrong sea
Well, see,
when the real ones who are going to be attracted to whatever bait that you're throwing out there, they over there and they better catches.
Right.
But if you still in the hood or you in the club trying to find something, or if even on the dating apps and stuff like that, I believe dating apps, you got more people on the dating apps who just on there to do some serious fucking. And it's a community of fuckers on there who are fucking. So even if it just a 3 month situation, okay, we was fucking for 3 months. Now it's on to the next one. They ain't even gotta be okay. I date this person for a day and then we have sex and I'm moving on to the shit. They can be on there for 6 months to a year.
Right.
As soon as they
Hmm.
break up, they with somebody else. But it's a community of people that are in and out of situations there. So if you can't find what you're looking for there, then obviously you're looking in the wrong fucking place. It's like
Hmm.
I was telling Carlton, you can go on that meetup app and you can find people with like minds. You want somebody, they got book clubs. They got just for real, find somebody that has the same interests as you. Like if it's a person who like to be in the street and you don't want somebody in the street, like what are the chances that your relationship is going to last? They want
Wow,
to
you
be at
just reminded
Riverside
me.
every Sunday,
Right. You just
and you're
reminded me
not
that
about
maybe
that
I
life.
do got somebody on the list. Like,
You
not
just gotta.
somebody, but maybe I got things on a list because I do not want a drug dealer. Like, I don't.
Unless, buddy, what if he was a pharmacist or something? Now that's cool.
What you mean?
He deals in drugs, but he's a pharmacist, like
pharmacy.
at CVS,
Oh, yeah. Okay. I thought you meant the term
pharmacy
to
tech.
be, I thought you was being safe because you online type stuff, like saying
Nah.
pharmacy stuff. Oh,
But
got you. Okay.
also a thought process. I don't want to date a stripper, right? But I
Right.
also don't want somebody who used to strip.
Right.
So there is a difference where you might be okay with somebody who used to sell drugs as long as they're reformed. My thought process is, nah, I don't even want you if you used to do it.
Hmm.
Okay.
Because if you used to do it, then that's in you,
It's
and
still
then
in.
it's still in you, and that thought process is in you. Those spirits are in you. The prostitution or whatever else you used to possibly do is possibly there in you. Then it's other people who also know what you used to do. Like I don't even care if you was doing it in Atlanta, Georgia, and you moved up here to Indiana, and nobody here knows you as a stripper.
It's still in you.
I
Yeah.
just that is just wild to me.
Mhm.
So for me, it's just not about what you do, and it is about what you used to do too. Because what you used to do, let's say, if I did want to force a soul tie, let's say you're not a soul mate, but I want to force a soul tie.
Mhm.
I'm tied up with everything that you got going on, karma and everything,
Mhm.
because I want a part of your time.
Yeah.
Now, I think that like a lot of people we don't think about. They talk about, oh, we can go into this as another conversation. Does a woman's body count matter? Like a lot of people don't. I've seen a lot of different arguments these days, and I used to feel a certain kind of way back in the day, uh, but I feel different now. Like I used to think it don't matter, man. You know what I'm saying? We move about, we do about. You know what I'm saying? Like, would I want to be on my body count? Hell nah, I would not. I wouldn't. But if she did, and it was somebody who I really liked or wanted to be with, I could not really get upset and judge this person for being like, nah, bro, you had sex with more than 10 people in your life. I'm on to the next one, you know. But if a woman has had a huge body count, I think there's nothing stopping her from cheating on you.
Yeah, body count matters.
I think the more of a body count that she has, the more of a cheater that she'll be. Now y'all can take that and argue that back to me, but I think
I
if she
think
has,
body
if
count
she
matters.
likes sex, if she's a sex person, I don't care what happened when she was a little kid. We're not gonna use any of that. We're talking about as an adult, what she's doing now. There is no redemption for um, busting it open across the city.
Well, I don't know what you consider a high body count. That's the question.
Mhm.
Gotta
Yeah.
think. Some people been having sex since they were teenagers. So, um, I mean, honestly, me, if I want to talk about myself, because I definitely don't have a high body count, but I mean, I have had kids, so you know, um, I I mean, I'ma just be transparent. I don't care. But I lost my virginity at 16. I was with my that person for years. So I wasn't having no type of sex with nobody else. I was with
Yeah.
one person majority of my whole teenage the rest of my teenage life up until my
Right.
you know what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
got people who wasn't trying to be no housewife at 18. So they was having fun and they probably if you go all the way back, if somebody in their 30s or 40s right now and you ask them that, I mean, would they really even know the answer? Because
Mhm.
they're gonna say is, well, how far back are you talking? Like, are you talking teenage years or are you talking since I've been grown? Or you know what I'm saying? What is the body count? Like, what are you talking about? What age group are you talking about? And honestly, that would have to be where you have to start. You would have to tell somebody what if you talk about from when they first started having sex, like, yeah, that's crazy work because ain't no telling, you
True.
know.
True.
So
Yeah.
I think it kind of matters with the age group, And I mean, I would just say, okay, I'm in my early 30s. So I would say starting from 21 on up. I think that would be a good place to start because at 21, you should be, I mean, you're not done playing, of course, but you at least should have some type of structure by then. Whether it's, respecting yourself enough to know, like, hey, I'm not about to be out here doing this, or, hey, I think this is a time for me to get serious and figure out, like, slow down a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if you've been having sex since 13, I mean, ain't no telling. You know, I mean, I'm just saying, now
Yeah.
they starting that early. So I'm not even trying to be funny, no offense to nobody. I mean, I started at 16. I feel like I should have waited till I was 8, 19, 20.
I don't
If
think
I
that
could
just
go back,
started
I would
now
have
though.
waited longer.
That didn't
But when
start just now
I
though.
tell people when I started, they be like, dang, I'm like, yeah, like I was the late bloomer and I was in high school, you know what I'm saying? A sophomore at that. So, shit, by sophomore, people was getting it in. Like, and I was just starting. So, my story gonna be different from a lot of other people's. But honestly, I don't judge nobody by what, but I do believe the body count should matter depending on now. Like, if you're 30s, 40s, you should go, I would say 10, 15 years back
Mm-hmm.
in the last 10, 15 years, how many people have you slept with? I think that would be a great way to put it than to say, what's your body count? Because,
I've
I mean,
never asked that question though. I don't know if you can act. I don't know if people ask anybody that question.
well,
I
Cause
don't
I've
think that's
never
the
I
asked
be
question you
anybody,
could
hey,
on
what's
ask.
your body
Facebook.
count?
I be seeing it on Facebook, but I ain't never really, nobody never asked me that question either. So, but I do see people make statuses about that, and it be a lot of people commenting. But,
Ain't
and
nobody gonna be honest.
no, but somebody
You
did ask the question that I just asked, and they said, "Well, what age group are you talking about? Like, like you gotta put an age group on it. You gotta put at least some years on it for somebody can know what are you like. You want me to go all the way back to when I was a teenager or what? Like,
Mm-hmm.
Yes, your lifetime body count. Like I ain't talking about no. We can put an age on it. Like okay, if you 37, then maybe we can do math and be like, you should only have this many bodies at 37. Like, but if you talking about like ultimately, you don't a dude really don't want a woman who can say yeah. And this is America. This is Western civilization, and I understand that. And this is not the 1940s or the 30s or before. But if a woman be like, that's why I don't ask. Because once I ask a question, I have knowledge of it, and then it's gonna make me think about shit. But if
know?
you sit up and tell me that you've been with 50 dudes in your whole life, I don't care how old you are.
ooh, that's a
I'm
lot.
gonna feel it. I'm gonna feel a certain kind of
A
way.
certain way, yeah.
Lot.
If you told me that you've been with 30 niggas, and 30 is probably more average, then it
No,
sounds bad.
I would say 20 is average for a lifetime. If you not a
Nah.
if you not a slut, like if you took very good care of your body, and I
People will
think
be like, well, they was my boyfriend, so you had 30 boyfriends. Yeah. They don't talk about the whole phase, though. They had the
well, see, I
summer
only
of
had I
97.
only had 4 boyfriends in my whole life, like real life relationship boyfriends.
But you also got to think about the fact that it's a million people, a million females on this planet, and they're not you. So you can't speak for every female. You can
Yeah, but
speak for
I'm not
you.
saying that my body count is 4 either. But I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? You can kind of do the math. Like, if I ain't been in that many relationships, then I ain't gonna have that many people. I mean,
So they say you got to multiply by 3, so 4. So you trying to say it's 12 is your body count?
no,
Wait,
I,
wait.
we ain't talking about
Yeah,
that.
that's what they
We
say.
ain't
You get
talking about
multiplied by
men.
3, and you get the real number.
Nah, we ain't talking about.
You ain't never heard that scenario?
I definitely have,
Oh, okay.
but I ain't agreeing with that.
Uh-huh. Wow.
But I'm just saying it just varies. I mean, I'm not gonna put my business out there because it ain't nobody
I don't
business.
think ladies
I
care
know
about
that's
a
right.
dude's body count, though.
Huh?
What?
I don't think women care about a guy's body count.
Who?
Right.
She said, "Who?"
I don't think it's relevant.
Why?
For one, y'all want somebody who knows how to put the dick down, right?
Right.
How do a nigga learn how to put the dick down?
Having sex.
Somebody
Yeah.
Hold on,
somebody
hold
else.
on. This is a valid question. How does he learn how to do it?
He gotta do it.
He has to have experience,
I was
and
gonna say experience.
one person is not gonna give that guy that experience that y'all looking to learn about.
Vice versa.
Exactly.
Hell nah.
No, it ain't vice
Yeah,
versa.
hell yeah. Vice
I can
versa.
teach. I can teach her
No,
the move.
you can't teach a woman shit.
I can teach her the
Oh yeah,
moves.
you can
We
teach
got
a
a
virgin
vagina. You
anything.
don't have a clue what we do that makes us feel good that you might not feel
No,
as good
no,
as
no.
we.
I can't teach you how to feel good with your own vagina. That's
That's what
not
I
what I
mean.
said.
So there's certain
I
movements,
can teach
there's
you how
certain
to. I'm saying like if a woman doesn't have experience, because you said and vice versa, like what I was saying about a dude having a body count goes to his experience. You said and vice versa. I'm saying it's not true unless you misspoke when you said vice versa. I'm saying it's not true because a dude can teach a woman how to please him.
Okay, so let me make sure I understand first. You're saying, like you said, a dude can teach a woman how to please him.
Yeah.
So in order for him to get the experience to tell us what he wants, he's gonna have a high body count.
Well, that's not what I said.
No, I'm asking, I'm sorry. Is that what you is kind of what you're referring to?
No, that's not what I said.
Okay, got you.
So I said women want a dude who knows how to put the dick down, who
Yeah.
knows how to do it. Not I gotta teach him how.
Um,
Right?
oh, I can't speak for that. That's not me.
Okay, so you don't care if it's mediocre. Okay, so
I've
most
I've
women. No,
I
hold
have
on,
definitely had both.
no. Most women want a dude who knows how to put it down. They've been singing songs about it
Okay.
for a long time. I want to know, how does it hang? Straight up, wait up, hold up, Mr. Lover. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh,
like
this
they've
is
been
sex
saying this shit for a long time. Uh, but a woman, she doesn't necessarily need, depending on the guy. Now, some guys need to have that freak effect. But I just feel like if you have a woman who is willing, she can definitely learn the things. But as a dude, women leave relationships more than men do, right? Statistically. They are the ones who file for divorce and all that kind of shit, no fault divorces and all that, because they're not happy no more. Statistically, they do that more, right?
I'm sorry. I didn't know you want me to answer that. No, I don't know. I've never looked that up. I don't know that.
So that's the
What
true
was the
statistic.
question?
Women leave relationships more than men.
Yeah, that's I do believe that's true. Even though I haven't looked up the statistics, I do believe that's true. I do believe that.
So if she meet a new dude who coming and bringing that dick thunder, your relationship is over.
No, I don't
It's
pretty
agree.
much,
over.
pretty
It's
much,
over.
pretty much is over.
It's
That's
over unless
that's
you
what
are the
that might be.
breadwinner.
That might be with a young lady, but not with a lady or a woman.
Hell nah. It's with all.
I think
With,
that's what
it
any
don't matter
Because
what the
any
age
female,
is.
first of
any
It
all,
happens.
female.
men is
It
the ones
happens.
who think with they
It,
dick. Women don't. If we moving on,
well,
baby,
y'all
it's
better not
gonna
have
have
a
more
dick.
to do with just it's gonna be way more going on than just sex. And with
But
me,
again, you speak for you, not every woman.
but I just said like if you're past that stage and you know what you want, you're not about to just leave somebody because of sex. Not if that's the
They
case.
do it every day.
But
Women
what
are
I'm
just
saying,
like men, and even worse than men. So you can't speak for
no,
every woman.
you can leave them
Jesus.
because of sex, but you're not gonna leave them just because of sex. Like there's got to be more going on, is what I'm saying. For you to leave them and go to the next, like
Because the
no,
thrill is gone. It's called, how you say that, unreconcilable differences, no fault divorces. They
This is
take
this
half
is
and then get with another dude, move him in the house that she done got half of.
Yeah, yeah. And women do it all the time.
this is Jesus.
Just because
But
you don't do it, don't mean women don't do it though.
no.
let's get back. Okay, so this opens the door back for my original question that I had. I didn't want to forget. So when it comes down to this gender war, men versus women, and mainly black men versus black women, or whoever should be in the first spot of this conversation, who do you think pushes that the envelope or the agenda of men versus women more? Is it black men or is it black women?
Are you? Who are you asking?
The panel.
You
Everybody.
asking us that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like who pushes that narrative of black men ain't shit or black women ain't shit, or the whole narrative of the gender war.
I
Like,
think I
Women, black
I'm,
women.
I'm gonna keep it real honest right now. I'm just being transparent. I do believe that women starts it majority of the time. Now, I have seen men start it, but I do think that it definitely starts from a woman. And the only reason why I say that is because women, we tend to speak our minds more than men do anyway. We tend to speak up first and say things. So we're usually the ones that may say something, and depending on what we say, then that determines how the man responds. And so saying that to say, like, I do believe that in most situations and scenarios, it does be the women. It does. Me, I'm not very debated and argumentative as like I was when I was younger. So I actually think about things before I say it. I meditate on it a little bit and make sure like I pray over it and everything. Make sure like this is what I need to be saying before I say it. Because sometimes women can talk themselves out of a good relationship as well by complaining about something that really didn't have to be complained about. It could have been worked out, you know. And with I know another thing is women with their mouths. They use that against men a lot. They nag a lot. They talk a lot. And that does cause a lot of war, because then when you do have a good woman in front of you, you're thinking about the traits of that woman that you can't stand. Not saying you comparing her, but it's like it's gonna cause a situation because she may one day do something and you like, oh hell no, that's the shit I'm not going back to. But it may not even be that she was gonna be exactly that way, but she may have threw a trait out there and stopped you in your tracks like, nah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Just because you know how women can be. So I do believe sometimes women can talk themselves out of things and can debate about things that really shouldn't even be debated about. Like I'm go back to what Doug said, just let the man be the man. You know, I mean, not saying you're not supposed to speak up, but if it's something that like let him stand in that masculine energy and do, because what I have noticed is if a man feel like he can't be a man, then he don't want to be
Let me
there.
do that.
Like, and I
I'm
know that,
gonna do this one.
but that's like any man that I've ever experienced. He can't be a man if he feel like he's less of a man around you, or he feel like he can't be in that masculine energy, or you're not allowing it. Then
I didn't
that
learn how to
causes.
do it.
So that's what I gotta say about it. Tay, where you at?
I'm right here, girl. I'm done with this. I ain't got time. I do not put. I don't like putting my energy into conversations like this anymore because sometimes these things aren't for us to learn. It's just to push the same war that we've been in for years with men and women. And I'm
But you started the
over it.
conversation, which brung me to
I
even ask
started
the
the
question.
conversation. This is a
So
question you asked us backstage. What you talking about?
no, not the gender war conversation. You were speaking about this
I
about
didn't know we
20.
was on gender war conversation. I was saying I'm done with this because it's not pushing a
Do you know
um
what topic we're on right now?
okay, I'm gonna finish what I was saying, then I'll answer your question. It's not pushing anything that is going to help the situation. I feel like this is going more in a direction of pushing hate, in which I do not care for. Hate towards women, hate towards men. And if it was a solution where we were getting to the bottom of something, I'm down with these type of debates. I'm not if it's just open for just sharing hate. I don't want to share it because I don't like that we are in this war. That's what I brung up, is that I don't like that we're in war. I didn't bring it up for us to push the war. All I'm hearing is some debate about black women do this, black men do this, this is this. It's still no solution. All we're doing is talking about it more like everybody else do. And
All
it's
right.
just
So,
pushing the wrong thing.
but the question was, who is perpetuating the war? That was the question.
We don't know.
Who is?
And exactly, this is the push. I don't know. I don't know. We could
All
keep
right. So,
guessing and
does she
saying, I don't
said she
know.
does? So she said she does not know. That's her answer. So my question is on the panel, Doug. Who do you think is perpetuating this gender war?
I think it could go both ways, but I think majority is the woman. But it can go both ways.
It can definitely go both ways, but I think it's like Lady T said, men are more how do you say responsive on it. Like they respond to it. They're not the ones out here, I feel, are not the ones just pouncing on ladies and talking crazy to women. I don't think like you do have your bad characters just like you have on each side. But I think a lot of men suffer in silence when it comes to relationships and anything. Men suffer in silence. A man could be unhappy in a relationship and stay there the rest
Just
of his
because.
life
Mm.
Oh, damn.
and suffer in silence.
But why though?
That's
When you
why they say statistically women are the ones who
Oh,
leave the
man,
relationships.
men are built like that though.
He gonna go
To
home,
deal
pay
with
the
that.
bills. He gonna go to work, come home, pay the bills,
I'm over it.
and do
Saying
everything.
that, like if
I'm
you
not saying every dude, but I'm just saying
Yeah.
it's a lot of unhappy men out here who are not gonna leave their woman though, because that's just the life he's content where he's at.
so is that
Now,
what he's been taught or that's just what he's been through like to stay?
I just think like it's a condition of some dudes. Just like you have some women who stay in relationships no matter what goes down, you gotta think equally there are guys who are more about that. And women outnumber men, so I hear. So you just think like how many of these guys who don't file for divorce, even when the woman is cheating and when she's doing any of all of that, most guys still stay, man. I'm not saying I would be one of them.
Yeah, I wouldn't be one of them.
I think a lot of guys who are family men,
So why do
people
you stay?
when they got children,
Why do you think they stay?
because they probably had a just like women or girls or women had dreams when they was young about one day getting married and having a husband. Some guys also have that thought process. And then, I think once you get in a relationship, sometimes it's like, well, uh, this is home. Like, I don't want to get back out here and try to find somebody else. At least I know what this hell is like. People choose familiar hells over unknown heavens. Uh,
Mm.
and we do the biblical aspect of it.
Right.
Uh, Israel was saying, "Hey, I think we was doing better in Egypt. Like we out here." I've know people personally who say they don't want to be single right now. They don't want to go through that dry period where they don't have nobody. Even if the person they with ain't even having sex with them or something, they don't want to go through that dry valley. Cause hey, at least we was doing good in Egypt. I mean, at least we was eating good in Egypt. At least we was had this going on in Egypt. But I think that most people are like that. I
Mm.
have when I do my counseling sessions with people when they come and talk to me about it, I still say the same thing. Like sometimes you got to go through this valley, no matter how lonely it is, no matter how you feel like, oh, I ain't got nobody to have sex with, or any of that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Um, you need to get in this valley because this is where you need to be thinking about yourself. You know what I mean? Your downfall, your setback is for you to go into this moment and then assess yourself. Not think about how everybody you been with ain't shit, but it's time to assess your own self and
And
try to
then,
take some accountability of things.
and I've
And
heard they say, "Oh, go ahead, my bad."
and then once you can get your shit together, then maybe because it might be unfair for you to go from one relationship to another one and you haven't healed your own self. It might be unfair to the person that comes along and your facade that you put up is, oh, I'm healed. And then when you get with them, you're not actually healed and you put them through a hell that they don't deserve. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we don't understand these things, but it is a reality out here. Like you gotta go through that dry season. You gotta like when you meditate. I don't know if any of y'all do any of that kind of stuff, and I haven't done it in a long time. But when you get in that place where it's just you and yourself, and you really reflect on yourself, and you listen, like sometimes what they say, prayer is about you sending out prayers into the universe, or you praying to whoever you praying to. But meditation is about listening. So you can get the message. If we want to get biblical, they said that Peter went on the roof and he meditated. And then a message came to him that people take out of context. But he went up there and meditated. You know what I'm saying? So meditation is a reflection on some things that you need to hear. That voice, sometimes when you hear that a small voice outside of schizophrenia, like if you got that, then I'm not talking about that. And I'm not talking bad about schizophrenia. But when you hear that still voice to be like, nah, don't turn down that street, or nah, don't go over her house, bro. You know what I mean? Sometimes there are all kind of messages that we are not paying attention to. It might be something in our life like, don't go to that job. Or you really need to focus on your business, big dog. You know what I'm saying? Like it could be us talking to ourselves. It could be the Most High talking to us. It could be our ancestors talking to us. And when I say us talking to ourselves, I'm talking about our future self. And maybe our future self is ourself that has already passed on, that is a timeless spirit trying to give our own self advice that we probably won't listen to. Because, like, how if I could listen to the advice that you're giving me now that you're not alive, it it wouldn't change the fact that you're not here anymore. Like, but I do think that like deja vu and things like that are ourselves trying to give us hints. Like, nah, don't do this, bro. It's like, no, avoid it. but I don't think that we listen. But I know I was talking too much on tangents, and I give up. I concede.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, people say like you find 1,000 reasons to leave, but what about finding one reason to stay? You know, I believe in working things out if it's worth it, like, and that be the thing where I think a lot of people go wrong at. Like, I still believe in, if the goods outweigh the bad, then it's all good, but if it's not, then it's not. And sometimes I do believe, like, people make mistakes, but it depends on what mistakes you're making, and it depends on if you done it again. You can't, once you do it again, it's no longer a mistake. So a lot of people may judge, or even just from miscommunication. If there is something that needs to be talked about and it's not being talked about, then that's gonna cause a situation to where y'all not gonna be able to see eye to eye because the communication is not there. But I'm the type of person, I don't believe in just, I don't think people should just walk away. Like, if you've been in a relationship for a long time and it actually made you happy, and one thing happened, try to work that out if you got all these other good things around it. And that's kind of, going back to what I was just saying about, like, look, when you decide who you want to be with, it's the same thing. Like, you don't want to just say, like kind of like what Tay was saying, like, it's not really more of you writing it down, but it's just knowing what you will accept and what you won't. Like, if there's some things going on with this person that you don't usually accept, then why would you accept it from them? That type of situation. But not saying, like, there's not times where you can actually sit down and think about it and be like, okay, well, me and this person have been through X, Y, and Z, and if it got a lot of good in the relationship, why not try to stay and work it out? And I believe that's how our ancestors and our grandparents and, our elderly, I believe that's how they did it and how they worked it out. But times are different, and times are definitely a lot different from when they were growing up, because they needed one another. And that also goes back to what Tay's saying. I think a lot of people out here is forgetting that we do need each other. We were all created to need each other.
Well, let me chime in on what you were saying. Sometimes walking away could be the best thing that you could
Right.
do. Because
Yeah.
if it's constantly a negative in the situation,
I just
if things ain't getting fixed, you got to walk away.
No, I'm not saying that if it's not
Oh,
out, then don't walk away. I'm saying you got some people who won't even give it a check. Like, it'll just be one thing that happens and they like, all right, I'm done. You
well,
know,
sometimes when people go through stuff over and over and over again, and when they go through the same thing that they ain't already been through, they're going to walk away like I ain't been through this shit too many times. So fuck it.
but you are saying the opposite of what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying if you've been through something too many times, don't walk away. That's not what I'm
Mhm.
saying. But I definitely understand what you're saying. Like,
Yeah,
I agree with that, because that's called suffering, and we're not made to suffer. Like, you should
yeah,
never stay in something that you're not happy with, you're not comfortable with, and you don't feel like,
nope.
what I'm saying? That's different
Yeah,
from
yeah, okay, yeah,
but I was just saying, like, sometimes some people can give up too soon, like, I don't know, but I guess I'm different. I do give people chances. Not saying that like how I used to. No, I wouldn't do that now today. But I'm just saying I do believe in giving people chances, and I do think that you should you should work it out if you can. Like, don't just give up so easily. That's all I'm saying. But if you done been through
yeah,
something multiple times and it's not working, that's clear. That's a clear view that it's time to walk away.
yeah.
But Yeah.
I
Yeah, because
have
I
a
was
question
going to say,
though. So why
what
do
if
you
it's
think?
that time that you don't give up, and then something you can miss your blessing because you didn't give the other situation up?
So why do y'all think people choose these temporary relationships, knowing? And I'm saying this strongly.
Because hurt
Temporary,
people.
temporary relationships where they know it's not going to work. Like, why do you think they choose these relationships and then one day wake up and say, you know what? Fuck this motherfucker.
Because hurt people, and they wasn't healed from the beginning. They wasn't healed, and from the beginning, they already had a mission. And some
Yeah.
people is to really get in and out, but sometimes it be something that allowed them to stay longer than what they thought they were gonna stay, and that's what get them. Because usually, a person that already have a mission, they already know what they're on at the beginning.
What's the
It's to
mission? Give me an example of a mission.
okay. So for instance, okay, boom, this guy, okay, he just went through a breakup, right? Boom, he see a chick, right? So in his mind, he like, damn, she kind of nice looking, but I'm only fuck with her for just a little bit so I can try to get over old chick because
I'm
I'm
gonna give
really.
her 3 months.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it. Yeah, he gonna put a timeline on it. He gonna say like, I'm gonna just give her a couple months. I'm gonna just fuck with her, and then I'm gonna just be in and out. I ain't gonna spend too much time with her. I ain't gonna da 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 none of that. But then you feel me? The 3 month mark come, and now he's actually liking her a little bit. Like this is moving into something that he wasn't expecting. He did that wasn't a part of the mission, the plan. The plan was to get in and out. You feel me? But now he's seeing a part of this woman that he like to where now his mind is shifting differently about what he thought that he was gonna do. You know, so
So,
that's an
I ain't
example.
gonna say that you're wrong, but I will say that it's been times where I was like, if I was to mess with her, I probably mess with her like I give her about 3 months or something. But like I never mess with people when I think like if I have a thought process like that. Like I don't that I'm just speaking for me. That's but I do believe that people do have like time limits on how long they're willing to deal with somebody. Like some people willing to deal with you long enough until that next person come along. I told one of my friends, I said, look, bro, I said, that girl is going to leave you when she finds another goose that lays these golden eggs. Like you told her she ain't got to work, you buy her weed, you buy her liquor, and she
Mm.
told you, I'm going to have other guys in the house when you at work. And then I was just playing when I said that. Nah, you don't play when you say that.
She won't play. Couldn't
I
have been.
said, but when she finds another goose that lays the golden eggs, bro, she is going to leave you. You know what I'm saying? And or she gonna keep you around. And this is the shit that I didn't like add to the equation. She gonna keep you around, um, and still do her thing because she know you the one that's gonna pay the bills, and you gonna be the one that's gonna keep everything going. But I just I've thought of that before. Like, yeah, it's only gonna be maybe 2 months, and then But I do understand that if you make a plan like that and you get in a situation with somebody like that, like Lady T said, you are going to fuck around and find a reason to stay around because that person might treat you like a king. You know what I mean? That person might. I be wondering like why some of my buddies, Killer Cabo, the be dating the type of people that they be dating. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, to call him
But
out like that though, but yeah.
don't nobody know his real name.
And then
I
you
ain't
know,
say his real name.
a
If he
lot of
hear this podcast, he know his real name.
a lot
He
of
ain't
people
here.
aren't over either,
Yeah.
y'all. That's another thing. Like, and I'm gonna be real. Like, I was like that. Like, that's why I'm not gonna say that's why I stay in relationships because when I was ready, I left. But um, it is hard sometimes because the start over process. Nobody wants to get to know somebody all over again just to see if it's gonna work. Like it's a process. And I think that's what a lot of guys be scared of too. Like it's the process that it takes to actually get to know this person, get to if you gonna really like them. So they look at it like, oh well, shit, if I could just fuck them every now and then, I ain't gotta really get to know them like that. I ain't gotta put too much time and energy. I know that's how y'all think. I ain't saying
No,
all.
that ain't how everybody think. That ain't how all guys
No,
think.
not all men, because you got women that do the same thing. Like women does it
What did
too.
you say? If I can just fuck them every now and then. What did you say?
Like, well, basically, like I was just giving like another example of like something that somebody that's trying to get in and out would do. Like basically, it would be like you know, I can't really say a sneaky link because they fucking around, but it's like I don't want to get too acquainted. I don't want to because they know that they don't want to get their emotions attached. So because people don't like to start over. Like,
But what if you upfront with that?
what you mean upfront with it?
So if you tell somebody, hey, and I do preach this though. I might not always have followed it my own self, but I do preach this that sometimes if you tell somebody off top, like, hey, uh, I'm not really looking for a relationship. Uh, and I wanna just go with the flow. Wherever we go, we go.
Uh-huh.
Um, India Irie got a song. Is it Can You Be a Part of My Life? No. Um, I can't think of it right now, but India Irie got a song. It's The Seasons. I can't think of it right now, but I know that it looks good, but can you be a part of my life? Okay, I don't know why that song is still stuck in my head, but that is not the song that I'm thinking about right now. But telling somebody off top, like I'm not necessarily looking for a relationship, but I am open to see where things go. And if it turns sexual, the person in whom agreed to the ambiguous relationship uh gets upset later on because like, hey, we've been doing the nasty for X, Y, and Z. But the
Mm-hmm.
person told you off top, like, I just didn't know But when you honest in the beginning, at what point in time do you reevaluate the situation before somebody gets upset with that current situation? And if you do go back and reevaluate the situation and the person still hasn't changed their mind, like, and you realize that they might not want you. They want something, but they might not want it from you.
Right.
Uh, how long do you stay in that situation?
I would say at that moment, like if you didn't already went back down and reevaluated the question and basically he didn't or she didn't give you that answer that you was looking for, then I feel like at that moment, because if we revisiting this, that means it was on your mind. And if it's on your mind, that means obviously you're in that you're in those emotions and you want to know what's next. So me being me, I would go on and pull out. Like I'm like, cause
She
yeah,
said, "Pull out."
like
We don't
both,
never pull out of no pussy.
We don't
but
never pull out.
like I can't down and continue to like, cause I mean, basically, when you just having fun and you just saying, okay, well, I'm not looking for a relationship right now, but whatever happens, happens. Da, da, da. I feel like when somebody say that, they're that at that moment, you're giving that opportunity. Like, okay, if this goes somewhere, then I'm willing to go with it. Because if you're just saying whatever happens, happens, that means you're saying I'm not gonna get upset if you fuck with somebody else because we're not in a relationship. But I also have the choice at that time to do whatever I want to. And on top of that, but if we decide that we want to take it to the next level, then that will be an option as well. That's, to me, that's what that's saying when you say that. But you have to stand on what you say at the beginning, because you don't know what that other person is doing. Matter of fact, that would be the time that you need to ask all the questions like, are you dealing with somebody? You know, what you got going on? Because that's what anybody with their right mind should be doing when you first meet somebody. There should be a lot of questions. And if somebody got a problem with a lot of questions, you got something to hide, and there's no reason for us to even be doing this at all. Like, but of course, I'm speaking in general because I don't operate like that at all. But I'm just saying for people who would or do, you know, if you know that that's something that, like, even in the back of your mind, if you know that you're going to want a relationship, you need to speak on that. You need to let it be known, like, no, I'm willing to take our time, you know, see where things go. I do want a relationship. I do want a man, you know, but right at this moment, I'm not looking to rush things. You know, if it's anything physical that may happen, I may let it happen, you know, whatever, however you want to, you know, let it be known. But
So in the beginning,
Or
real quick, in the beginning, when you start dating somebody, two questions. Would it should you ask somebody if they are currently having sex with somebody else? And or would it be wise to even answer that question if somebody asked you that in the beginning phases, like y'all just met, you don't know nothing about them, you don't know,
like,
might like the person, but you know, if you tell them this, it could end everything off top.
yeah, it could. And I just feel like this: when you know what you dealing with, then you know how to play the cards. So with that being said, with me, I'm not gonna ask nothing that you're not gonna ask because I'm a person that I pay attention to actions. I'm real big on energy and all of that. So I'm gonna know what I need to know, regardless if you telling me or not. But if you want to know anything about me, you gonna have to ask, because I don't. If you don't ask, I don't tell. You know, and I expect the same thing from you. If I don't ask, you don't tell. You know what I'm saying? So the way I play my game is, baby, you have to ask questions if you want to know certain things, because I don't offer information. So now, the longer that we talk and we get to know each other, though, I feel like there's levels with everything. So where there's levels, then that's where the question should be level. You know what I'm saying? There's boundaries. So if there's a question that you feel like that you don't want nobody to ask you, it will be safe for you not to ask that question. So that's how I am. If I know this is
Hell
something that
yeah.
I have to ask, then I'm not gonna ask you. But
Hell no, I'm not gonna
but
ask at all.
but exactly. But at any given time, I do think it should be fair and square. I think that since we are new, we don't owe each other no loyalty, right? So whether you lie or tell the truth, this really identifies who you are at the beginning. Period. So I believe anything that anybody asks me, I'm gonna answer it truthfully, regardless, because I don't know you. What do I need to lie to you for? I don't even know you. And on top of that, you need to see who I am. So what am I lying for you at the beginning? You know, let's see, that's where people go wrong, when you're not really authentic and you're not playing an authentic game. You feel me? You're out here really just playing, and you're playing yourself. Because if you're not being yourself, you're playing yourself. Like, why? Who wants to do that? Like, not me. So I'm really dropping gems right now on somebody who needs to hear this. I don't know who needs to hear it, but need to hear it. No, straight up, for real. Because really,
yeah.
I believe that's how it should be at the
You
beginning.
said if you're not being yourself, then you're playing yourself.
Yeah, because think about it. If you lying to somebody at the beginning and they don't even know you, who you playing with?
Or
If
you
they don't
could
even
be like
know you,
Chris Brown and be like, I don't give a
you're
fuck.
lying to yourself, because they don't know you and they not even. If it's at the beginning, this is the person that you like. I don't know, but see, I'm different, so I look at things differently. It may be some people out here
Yeah.
who feel like they should
You
play together.
might be looking at it from a feminine point of view. Like
Yeah,
my
I mean,
cousin
you
used
gotta,
to always say,
but
she
you
used to
gotta.
always say that she felt like if dudes only wanted to have sex, then they should just say that in the beginning, and she might be down with that. And I told her, like, why would a motherfucker just come off like that off top? Like at least somebody from my point of view, like for one, I feel like it's disrespectful to just be like, hey, what's up with them cheeks, like off top. But deception is wrong too. But like just automatically in the beginning coming out like, hey, all I want to do is smash. Like there is possibly more than a 50% chance that you mission failed. You feel me?
Like,
But I do think there are guys out here who are that 100% honest, and they only approach those women who they know are going to go like that. Like he ain't gonna walk up to a Claire Huxtable and say, "Hey, you know what? I'm really trying to clap them cheeks." Like you're not going to go up to certain people and do certain things. There's certain women who ask dudes for the money, or or they come up like, "Hey, what's up with that meat?" You know what I'm saying? Like it is women who do that. They don't
Claire
do it to me,
Huxtable,
but
professional character.
depending on who you are, you'll get somebody come up asking you what's up with that meat. You wearing the right gray sweatpants on the right Sunday at Riverside, where everybody got that liquor in them. You
mm-mm,
might get them, but
damn, it
that
is.
ain't never been my
Claire
story.
Huxtable
I ain't
ain't gonna
never
be a
had.
Riverside.
I ain't never had nobody come up and say what's up with that meat.
Yeah, I don't
But
think women. I know. I don't know. Like I can't. I don't know.
she got
That's
to be the manly if the masculine.
yeah. That's very masculine, and them the type of women you need to be scared of. Because baby, listen,
They might be setting you up. If somebody came
don't
at me like
know.
that, yeah, this is a setup right here, bro.
Yeah, something like that's how the people I know gonna think. They gonna be like, hold on, what's wrong with her? Because
Because it just don't happen like that. Like motherfucker used to try to set me up back in the what is that, MySpace days. And now I know I ain't the most handsome and I definitely wasn't the most rich or wealthy person back in the day. But I had a model type motherfucker in my inbox talking about, hey, sexy, and what's up? And I'm trying to clap and I'm trying to whoop, whoop,
what?
whoop. And I'm up here like somebody up here trying to set me up. And this is a setup. All right. So I'm about to take all the bait, but I know it's a setup. So I was like, hey, what's up? Something. And the motherfucker who ended up
It was a
setting
dude.
it up was hitting me up talking about, and motherfucker, and you went for it. My little cousins made it. I was like, for one, that ain't something that happens on a regular. Like you might think I'm a prize, but a motherfucker who can have any nigga at the snap of her finger is not about to be sending random niggas who she don't know a message talking about what's up and you handsome and I'm trying to clap them cheeks. You know what I'm saying? Like, and motherfucker ain't gonna be doing the not clapping my cheeks, but you know what I'm saying? Like, she ain't talking about getting no meat from no random dude. So, like, for me, the whole thought process was you should have came better than that. It'd have been best for you to have your little cousin. You leave and she come in the bedroom with some bra and some panties to see what I'm gonna do versus some random shit on social media to see if I'm gonna be this way or that way. Like I already know how social media operates, and the balloon pop, as I keep saying, is really showing how ladies feel about average men.
Mhm.
Um, Dudes is on there popping balloons. Yeah, they are popping balloons for women that they would, I believe that they would actually mess with though on some real shit. I don't believe the dudes. I guess it's a new one coming out tonight that's releasing for Indianapolis because I know somebody. I guess he's in it. But I think guys are popping balloons on girls that they would actually mess with, just for the sake of popping them. Even if she got her booty out, she doing all this. These niggas is lying. But I think the women are actually popping balloons on guys because they would never in a million years date these dudes ever.
Yeah.
There was one they was talking. I was watching something today. I don't know what city this was, but the women was like they don't want to mess with nobody with dreads. Uh, but the dude was like, it's a double standard because if a dude said he don't want to date a woman with dreads, or not dreads but locks, then it's a problem. And then they paused the video on everybody's face when that was said, and all the guys had the same face, and the ladies had a different kind of face, like it was about to be World War II, 3, 4, and 5. But I just wouldn't go on the balloon. I would host it, but I think my ego is fragile, right? And I would not set myself up for one. Okay, you're dealing with not just the people on the set. Everybody in the city is about to watch this. So if you get a name that they be like, oh, that's the dude who, I don't know, big forehead dude. That's gonna be your name from now on. Hey, you the big forehead dude. They called the one dude Ninja Turtle, the plumber dude. There's no way around that. And then you got some ladies who I don't know what just happened. Ain't people I know ain't telling me what happened. I'm like, well, what are y'all talking about? They said some girl came on Balloon Pop and did something. I don't know what she did recently. But to go on there booty clapping and twerking and all of that, like what kind of guy are you actually looking for? Like the guys who are popping the balloons is definitely the guys who they've been having. Those are the guys who really gonna be in her inbox later. Um, I just don't think they've been putting quality people up with quality people. And I'm not saying that people are like trash, but I'm just saying like it should be a variety. Like if I'm a dentist, or I'm a doctor, or I'm a real estate agent, like unless I'm just looking to clap cheeks, um, you got to like put some women on here who are not Cardi B, who are not Glorilla. Now, I like Glorilla cool. She's pretty. She her voice deep in the mug though. Um, don't put no sexy reds up here, man. Please don't, cause I'm gonna pop the balloon every time. Matter of fact, let's do something real quick. Who you gonna pop a balloon on, and who are you keeping on Celebrity Crushes? And let's give each, we got 4 apiece. Who who you popping balloons on? And you got 3 people you got to pop the balloon on, and 1 person you keeping. And Lady T, you cannot say Tyrese.
Okay. Why you say that? Why you always bringing him up? He ain't got nothing to do with this. I mean,
And you
Tyreek.
can't say Nelly.
Okay, that's fine.
Neither one of y'all can say Nelly, and neither
Nelly,
one of y'all can say Tyrese.
Nelly, like Nelly, but I
Now, if
never.
y'all want to give us somebody that we can't say, go ahead and let us know who we cannot say.
Okay, so it has 4 people that we wouldn't usually talk to, or what are you saying?
Just let's go. Just period. We're gonna pop the balloons, but who do y'all feel like we cannot save? I mean,
Oh,
I
you like
can't say. I'm gonna give it to y'all straight. I can't save Maya. Maya is not about to be in this balloon pop.
why? Why? Was
I'm gonna just go ahead and save y'all the trouble.
she your crush?
I don't know that dude.
It used to. love with Maya.
Man, that man been in love with Maya since he was 2. Nah, yeah, he loved Maya. Like he really know her.
Yeah. What's up? I guess everybody got their real celebrity crush.
Shit, I got a couple of them. I done had
I don't have
different
a whole
ones growing up
bunch
and
though. It's a
shit.
couple. It's a few, but I be I be happen to reevaluate it because I never really like had thought about celebrity crushes like that. But like Rosario Dawson was somebody who I liked, and I'm not gonna put her in there. Y'all probably don't know who she is. I think Paula Patton is cute, cute, cute.
She's cute.
Y'all
Yeah,
about to
she is cute.
typecast me like this nigga like light skinned bitches.
It is what it is.
But that's not true though. I'm just giving y'all a couple.
I've always liked light skin or mixed.
But I don't have a problem with colorism. Somebody I know at work, she was like, I don't want to date nobody that's darker than me. I'm tired of. I was like, what kind of sense is that? She high yellow or like medium yellow. Nah, dark skin. This my baby daddy ruined it for anybody darker than me. Like you sound retarded because your color, your skin. Now, if you was to say something racial, it would be different, right? I don't want to date nobody who don't identify with me culturally. That would be something different. But if it's somebody from your same culture, you talking about, oh, they a little bit too dark for me. You might have some type of motherfucking mental disposition. But go ahead and pop a balloon, Doug. Let's give us 4 people that you like. But 3 gotta go. And 1 you are not popping the balloon on.
Shit. Okay, Monica Neil
Which
on
Monica who?
the singer Monica.
Just one of them days?
Yeah.
Okay. Monica,
Neil
leave
on
alone.
Lisa Ray and Tony Braxton.
Tony Braxton. All right. So do it one by one. Pop everybody else's balloon. And then we'll know who you picked.
I'm popping Tony Braxton balloon because she like niggas like Baby. Uh, who else I say?
Nia Long,
Lisa Ray.
Lisa Ray, and
I'm popping
Monica.
her balloon because she's masculine to me.
Lisa Ray?
Yeah, she act like a dude sometimes.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie with you. I'm with you. That's what everybody's
Sometimes,
saying.
sometimes, sometimes she seems like she's more masculine than the brat, her sister. Uh,
All right.
who else I say? I said
You
Nia
said you
Long.
popped the balloon. You popped the balloon on Tony Braxton.
Yeah, Tony
You
Braxton, Lisa
popped the
Ray.
balloon on Nia Long. So you got
Yeah,
Monica,
I popped the balloon on Lisa Ray.
Lisa Ray, and Tony Braxton.
Yeah, Lisa Ray and Tony Braxton. So I got
So you
Nia
got
Long.
Monica left, and you got
Nia
Nia
Long.
Long.
So Nia Long got a damn attitude problem, from what I heard. I don't know. So Nia Long got to go.
So that means you keeping Monica.
I'm definitely keeping Monica.
So
My,
my
Ah,
question for
my
you
first,
is you
my
keep it.
first place.
I got to get with you real quick. You keeping Monica, but Monica date niggas like C Murder. C
oh,
Murder. What's the difference between C Murder and my man Baby. And then they
Well,
rumored that she was,
I'm a no limit soldier.
and the
Anyway,
rumor was that she was messing around with I'm what's that nigga? I'm a gremlin. What's his name?
I'm a gremlin.
I knew that pill was laced, but I still ate it. What's his name? He
I
from
don't know.
Louisiana too.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh man, y'all know him, man. Little dude, ugly dude. Y'all gonna make me go look it up.
Well, it's a lot of ugly dudes out there that ladies see
Nah, look, his young,
that
young dude.
I don't know.
Oh man. Don't
I
know,
know.
y'all know what I'm talking about?
I think.
Nobody know.
I think I know who you.
Mm-mm.
You said the one that sing what? What did you say?
My nigga play with you uh dang man. Dude said, I know that pill was laced, but I'm a gremlin. The rapper that said he a gremlin, man. I gotta go look at it now, man.
I don't know what it is. Sounds like some new cat.
I know who you talking about.
You somebody do without tattoos on his face.
Kodak Black.
Oh,
Oh,
Kodak Black. He's young. He's after my generation. I don't know about none of y'all. But Monica fucking with Kodak Black
yeah, I didn't know that shit.
and Slim
What
Thug.
what
I mean not
what she
Slim
is
Thug.
from?
C
Well, she
Murder.
is from ATL. She like them thugs, I guess.
But you saved Monica. That's who you was saved though. I just only questioned it because she like thugs just like uh Baby is a thug. And you canceled Tony Braxton for that same behavior. I don't know why Tony Braxton was messing with Baby. I don't know what she was seeing him. He looks like he's a gremlin. Uh, but
She like a damn alligator.
the money is,
Might
and
be loud crazy.
the possibility of maybe pushing an album or something. I don't know. Like Keisha Cole messed with um, Baby. It ended up, I don't know if she caught a case about it, but I think she got locked up because he had another girl over there, and she went over there. She was about that business.
I ain't hear about them.
But Tay, if you not asleep,
She
I don't know.
snoring, slobbering.
Muted.
You know,
Tay, you
anytime she
sleep.
goes mute, she sleep.
She been
I'm
in and
sorry. I'm
out.
not asleep. I'm not
All
asleep.
right, so you
Sorry.
gotta pick. You gotta pick four
Okay.
celebrities. Three of
Okay.
them, you gotta pop the balloon, and you gotta. Doug took it to another level, and
I heard him. He said Monica.
Doug said, "Now you gotta explain why you popping the balloon."
Oh, okay. Got you. Okay. Um. So my four people is gonna be Chris Brown. Um.
You too old for Chris Brown.
That's funny. Um. Then, dang, this is bad.
You don't know nobody else.
Yeah, I like the dude who's in the movie. The light skinned dude with the pretty eyes. He got like curly hair. He's in that movie with Neil Long. Is that Neil Long?
Oh,
They
don't say
married.
one of my people on my list.
They married and they in live in his house, and then the
I was
owner the owner of the house was tripping and stuff.
How you talking about
Um,
dude from Barbershop?
the what?
You talking about Michael Ealy?
Yep, that's him. Yep, him.
Yeah.
And then um, Morris Chestnut.
oh my God.
And and then my last one will be
Y'all said Michael Leland.
Michael Ealy. Yeah, she said Michael Ealy.
But it's okay. I switch minds.
dang, I don't think I have another one. I don't know about
Oh, you said
well,
Morris Chestnut, Michael, and who else?
Michael Ealy.
I know I'm gonna pick one. I'm gonna pick one. This is gonna be funny though. It's hilarious.
I just looked him up. He married to a white lady. I didn't know that.
Who?
That's funny. Michael Eagley,
Mhm.
whatever.
Shit, he mixed, ain't he?
He definitely something. I
He
mean, but we
funny.
accept him as being black now.
Oh,
Yeah, we accepted him as being black, but that's why I thought he was mixed because he had them blue eyes, and then he light skinned like a motherfucker.
But
So I thought he was
but
mixed.
I think black is if you have ancestors from America, like descendants of slaves. That's what we consider as being black. All the rest of that shit, that's like adjacent to the hood. But what was you saying though? Ely? Who you
oh
say?
yeah.
Ely?
I said Ely, Morris
Lil
Chestnut,
Wayne? Oh,
Brown.
more
Little
chestnut.
Wayne. I
He
ain't
said
say no
Lil
Little
Wayne.
Wayne.
No, you said Chris Brown.
No, I said
I'm
Chris
not.
Brown.
I'm
Lady
just messing with
Lady T pick baby, you pick
Not
Lil
no Little
Wayne.
Wayne,
Wow.
honey.
you. Mike
But
Lady
I
T
Easy,
pick baby, you pick Lil
Morris
Wayne. Damn,
Chestnut,
what funny asses.
Chris
I did.
Brown,
And I
and
had
what's
and the other one. If I pick one, I say
most deaf.
what?
Most deaf.
Nah.
Q-tip.
On looks, okay, I would say somebody like Kendrick Lamar.
What? Okay. So
Kendrick
who you
Lamar.
popping the
Okay.
balloon on first? Kendrick Lamar is a rusty looking nigga, but let's go on here.
He's a rough.
Okay, so that was just somebody to put in the thing because
Cause
I'm
you
definitely busting the balloon on Kendrick Lamar.
okay.
Definitely, damn.
I'm saying definitely because like there are things that I like about Kendrick that will put him in the running. But I think that Kendrick Lamar is not all the way my how can I put it? The looks of him might not
She
draw
don't
me
like
to
that.
him,
She don't like
but
that.
his personality and like some things that I do like about him, that's what could win me over. But
Okay.
he would be the first personality. I mean, first balloon bust, and then
First personality.
I would bust, and then I would bust the balloon on. Um, I guess I could say Chris Brown because I have a crush on Chris Brown, but that is my celebrity crush, but not in the reality sense of me ever because he's young. He's to me, he's a little young minded and
Okay,
abusive
yeah, thank you.
and abusive. So there you go. Pop that balloon.
He ain't
Then
abusive.
huh?
He ain't abusive.
Well, I don't know if he's let's say in control of his aggression. Let's put it like that. Um, I don't think he's
Defending
yet in
yourself is not
control.
being abusive.
What'd you say?
Okay,
I
let's
said defending yourself is not being abusive.
If
okay, but we gotta keep it going so we don't want
Yeah, because I don't want to get into that. Um, wow, that just took me for a loop.
So you got leftover Little Wayne
Little,
and
Flavor
who I got?
Flav. You got
did you
Flavor Flav.
No, I did the balloon on Chris Brown. I did the balloon on
nigga said
okay,
Flavor Flav.
so
Nigga said
I would
Flavor
keep
Flav.
Eagley. I would keep Michael. Um
And you only bust a balloon on two people.
I would bust the balloon on Morris Chestnut because I guess it's really not a lot. That would be a hard decision between Morris Chestnut and Michael Ealy, but I would choose Michael Ealy based on, I guess, if you want to say look.
Colorism.
Also, you like
Sure.
Indy.
Huh?
Huh? You
What'd
heard
you say? I didn't
you
hear
like
you.
I said you like light skinned dude, real light.
Oh yeah, I like light skin. Like that's usually. And the funny part is, I've dated light skin, dark skin, whatever, but that seems to be not only the men that like me, but I like that too.
Yeah,
And
that's
he's biracial possibly too. So
Oh, okay. See, I didn't even know that.
I'm just saying possibly because the eyeballs and the hair.
The eyeball.
He said, "Cause the eyeballs in there."
I never really heard anybody say eyeballs.
The eyeballs in there.
So, Lady
Okay.
T,
um okay, so my people is Moneybag, Omar Epps, Genuine,
She
and
said genuine. Wow. She
yeah,
trying to
she
ride the
said
pony.
money bag.
yeah,
She
and
That's
more.
trying to ride the pony.
my.
Who the hell is Money Bag?
But Genuine,
I
like
ain't
I've been
tripping
liking
about money bag. And I mean, genuine and anybody else. I'm like, who the fuck is money bag?
Who is Money Bags?
Money
Moneybag.
bag, yo.
Y'all don't know who Moneybag. He the one that be he
I've
got a
heard
couple songs.
of them, but I know the girls like them too, though.
I
He got.
never heard of that motherfucker before.
You said you
Yeah.
never heard of girls that like him.
Yeah.
I've
I have.
heard of girls. I know girls that say they like money bag. Money bag coming. I'm going to the concert.
Well,
Who
I
the
don't
fuck
know.
is
It's
money
just
bag?
something, and I'm
I
sorry.
don't know
Like
what he
it's
looks
just
like
something
though.
about him that it's like I
I
don't
never
even know.
heard of that motherfucker.
Like it's like his aura or something. Like cause like his, you know how everybody got a little sound. His sound is
All right,
So
so
like
I just looked him up. He's a guy that got tattoos on the face, on the neck, like an average, like you know,
What he
Like
but
saying?
Money bag,
carbon
yo. I know
carbon
his name,
but
but I
copy,
I
don't
don't
even know what he
like
look
it.
like.
I now
carbon
based off
copy,
looks,
original Cash Money type of guy.
based
But
off looks, I wouldn't like him based off looks. It's just
no,
like
no, don't say all of that. You said money bag, yo, and who else?
um Omar Epps. That's
Omar
Ooh, I
Epps,
forgot about him.
the guy from Love and
Yes.
Hip.
young Omar Epps, or Omar Epps today.
I mean, he looked the same to me. Like, but
Nah, he
Yeah.
definitely. Oh, you seen him on that thing when she said, "I smell
I
your
hold on, let me look him
nappy
up
head
real quick.
pussy."
I don't know what he, but definitely the young Omar. I don't even know what the
She said, "I smell your nappy pussy, bitch."
Oh Lord.
Y'all watch that movie?
No.
Yeah, I don't know what we talking
I
about.
don't even know what movie you talking about.
yeah, he has
It
got
was
a
I'm
little.
based.
trying to.
It was
I know
based
he's
on that
older.
shit that happened in Gary, Indiana,
He is 51 years old. That's
That's what
when
I
they
said.
crazy.
He older
was
than that.
when
But
they
he
was
Dang, I
in
still
don't
look.
even know.
the haunted house. It's a viral movie right now.
It's something about his eyeballs.
Oh, I didn't see that movie. You talking about the movie Deliverance or something like that?
Yes, that movie.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, I
okay,
haven't seen it.
yeah.
Yeah, that movie pretty cool. It's all right. I ain't gonna say why I don't like it right now. I mean, I like it, but I'm gonna say why. We can have it off camera on why I feel a certain kind of way about the movie. But
Oh, okay.
all right, so you said Omar Epps, Moneybag Yo. We're gonna stick with the old school Omar Epps. Okay, we're gonna say when he was in what, Loving Basketball? Was
Juice.
it Loving
Yes,
Juice?
the that's the one I like.
He was
Love
in
and
Love
Basketball. When
Basketball.
that was
He
the
was in,
perfect.
he
Yeah.
was in
Anyway,
Juice. He was in The Best Man.
but I am kind of basing this off of. I guess the only one that would be new is Moneybag because I'm basing most of these off of the young people. Cause Genuine, I don't even know what he looked like today. Like I ain't.
I think he looked the same. So
He looked
I
the
Moneybag
same.
Yo,
that
He just
Omar
like
Epps
Omar Epps,
any other artist. He been
Genuine, and
and
we need one
Foreshadowing.
more person.
My fourth one was Morris Chestnut. But if I gotta change that since she used him,
No,
but
you ain't
it
gotta
You
change
don't
it.
have to.
Yeah, go ahead, girl.
Ricky, leave him in there.
Yeah, she ain't got Morris Chestnut copyrighted.
right.
So who you
Yeah.
popping the balloon on first, and why?
Well, dang, it's so hard.
I know who you picking, Money Bag Yo. You ain't popping the balloon on him. But go
No,
ahead.
I don't know. I This is a hard one for me, but I'ma just say Morris Chestnut. And the only reason why I'm gonna say that is because I know he's been married for a very long time. So that means he is a very you know, he's
He's a
What, loyal?
husband.
he's
Oh,
very cool.
So
Like
you don't want
He's
nobody
a
you
to be
don't
husband.
want that?
married for a long time.
huh?
You
So
don't
you don't
want that?
want nobody to be married for a long time.
You said what?
You don't
You
want
don't want
somebody that's
anybody.
faithful and married.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm saying like I mean, cause are y'all saying like, cause basically, even if he would have been in a lineup a long time ago. Him and his wife been married for a
Well,
very.
we're imagining that he's not married at this point. Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
oh
Well,
no.
so you don't want nobody faithful.
Okay, now then I'm gonna say Genuine popping the balloon on him then,
why you popping the balloon on Genuine?
cause I think Genuine would be very like he would probably
In those jeans.
exactly that
So
right.
you think he gonna cheat or something?
Yeah, or if not cheat, just be interested. He probably would be the type that would be up front and just like you know he would get the pussy because that's
Is,
really
Meanwhile, still got female sex and nothing.
well, is
exactly.
he still with Soleil?
He's just a little
No,
too
no, he
like
know was
fine.
they ain't been together in years.
Like Genuine
Mm.
is fine. Like he ain't just cute. That man is fine. Okay, so I wouldn't be able to handle the pressure. I'm gonna just keep it real. Like that would be too much attention on him. Like no, I'm good.
Well, I'm gonna say before you go to the next one, and I'm gonna be real. There was a battle going on back in the day between Genuine and Usher,
Hey, here we
and
go.
I really hate. I don't hate it because I mean, to the victor goes the spoils, right? Um, I thought Genuine was the better artist
He was.
uh,
He was.
initially, but Genuine was not able to hold on to, like, Usher was able to change, just like Monica over Brandy was able to change with the times.
Right,
Um,
right. I know what you.
Genuine had one song called "My Last Chance" or something, and it had like Cash Money on it or something like that. And I was like, I remember I was riding up what is that? Michigan Street. Is it Michigan Street? Yeah, I was riding up Michigan Street when I first
Oh,
heard that,
dude.
and I was by the old bacon taco place that was right there, and I was like, man, what the
They
fuck?
got
The liquor store was over here on the one
500.
side by White
500.
River, and
Yeah,
I was up here
500.
like, man, what the fuck did
Community
Genuine
spirit.
just release, man? And yes, it was Community Spirits. I was like, what the fuck was this, man?
The old
Because
500.
like from the Bachelor to like everything, like I do think that Usher had more people in his corner uh than Genuine did, but Genuine had Timberland. Timberland had the beats. You see what I'm saying? But Usher had P. Diddy. Usher had Jermaine Dupri after P. Diddy. My Way was produced by Jermaine Dupri.
And the pre. Yeah.
Uh, like it was just cold. But I do think in the beginning though, Genuine was the man.
Oh yeah. Genuine first album was way better than Usher's first album.
The first couple albums, man. I'm
Okay,
telling
so
you.
who I got left? Morris Chestnut, Omar Epps, and Moneybag.
You popped the balloon on who again?
I popped the balloon on Genuine because I said I just think he would get a lot of
Two.
attention, and
Yeah.
he would probably, be the type that, bounce around.
Yeah, but she chose to keep play.
And who
Yeah,
else is
but
popping on?
so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do Morris Chestnut next.
The hell?
Yeah, it's okay. Go ahead. Morris Chestnut and Genuine are pop.
Yeah. I guess I would just pop Morris Chestnut because um I mean, just thinking about it, like I've always felt like he was fine, like his appearance, but his personality, I don't think would match mine. Like, and this is only the personality that I'm getting from the movies he's played, because he kind of always keep that same type of role. Like, I don't know, but yeah, like he don't really know how to communicate, and I feel like in the movie he played in, that's what I've got. Like his communication skills is off, and that wouldn't work for me. And I'm just going off personalities of either movies they played in or songs they, you know, I don't really know these people personally, so I can only go off what I see and hear. So yeah. Okay, so now it's getting hard. Damn. Oh my gosh.
She said now it's getting hard.
Yeah. And I'm gonna go ahead and oh, this is a hard decision, baby. This is a hard decision.
Just blurt it out.
No, I'm really thinking like if they was really standing up there, I would really have to think, because I'm looking at their face when they like, dang, why you gotta make it like this? They make it so
Na,
hard.
na, 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 na. Na, 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 na,
Yeah,
na, na.
but I'ma just pop money bags.
I'm saying because I was talking shit.
No, that ain't why. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I would have had to flirt with him behind backstage. I would still have to flirt with him, and he'd be like, "Why you pop my balloon though? Because you like he just the type that look like he like to have a lot of fun. Like, and I know I would have a lot of fun with him, but like Omar Epstein, like he would have been more my speed, like because he seems like more like a chill, laid back. Like Moneybag look like the type that still go to the club and still want to be seen and pop his shit. You feel me? Omar look like the type that he would be ready for me. Like he would be ready to do what I want to do. Like he look like he still take women out on dates and massage you. Like he just look, yeah. He just look like
You
he
didn't
know.
massage you.
Like now he do, and then it's just like how he was just because loving bad. I don't know if I ever told y'all, but Loving Basketball is literally my favorite movie in the world. Like, still my favorite movie, even though I'm grown. Like, still the same energy when I watch it and everything. Like, I love that movie. So,
When I was a
and
kid, I used to wish that I had like a neighbor that had a kid, a girl my age or whatever that I could have fell in love with at a childhood. I used to wish for that when I was a kid,
yeah,
but
so that's
yeah.
really the main reason why I like pick him, because how he treated her. Like even though they went through what they went through, he knew that, you feel me, his love was with her. You feel me? And that's real. Like 2 weeks before his wedding, you feel me, he called it off because he was in love with her. And I feel like that's something that I would want from a man. Like even if you gotta step out and find that it's not what you want, if you willing to call off a wedding, baby, oh, come here, daddy, where you going? Nowhere. You feel me? Like for real, that's true love. Like, and I mean, come on, like it ain't like this was somebody that he spent a few years with. He spent his life, like they grew up together.
Yeah.
So love hit totally different. Period.
Mm-hmm. And you know
No.
that kind of reminds me of the brown sugar scenario.
Yes, I swear
Yeah.
that's crazy. And that was another thing. No, that ain't him. Damn, I was about to say he played that role well, but
No,
That's Tay Diggs.
that
And
was Tay Diggs. Yeah.
I was gonna put Tay Diggs on my balloon pop, but it would have been too hard between him and Omar, so that's why I didn't. No, for real. That was the only reason why I did not put Tay Diggs, because I'm like, man, they that chocolate. Oh yes.
You know what's crazy is both of them was in my movie,
What?
The Wood.
Oh, they
Where I
showed.
did the song. Yeah, both of them was in The Wood.
Yeah,
Mike
yeah,
and Slim. I mean not Slim. Mike and Roland.
yeah. Show was. Wow, that's funny as hell. Cause I never even thought about it like that. They both was, and that's one of my favorite movies too. My ultimate favorites would be Love and Basketball, The Wood, and Say the Last Dance. They're my three, and them
My
all.
all-time favorite movie is Juice and shit. Al Pacino, Scarface.
Dang, that just gave me an idea. We could start doing that with different stuff. Like we could probably do it with movies. Like, what would be the movie you would watch on your balloon? I mean, on your movie night, and name four movies, and then you gotta pop the balloon on all of them and keep one. And that's the movie we
A
gotta watch.
movie called the Balloon series.
Yeah, that would be fun. But did everybody go? No. Okay, Dre, you next. So my person was Omar. Okay, Dre. So who's your four
So
people?
keep it
Maya,
Omar
Maya,
X.
Maya, Maya.
So you keep it Omar X.
Yes, I'm keeping Omar. I gotta take him home.
So I ain't gonna lie, I had to sit here and I had to really think out this shit because I didn't want to just guess.
Maya, Maya,
And
Maya,
I
Maya.
still, but nah, I promised I wouldn't use Maya or Paula Patton. No, Maya or Rosario Dawson.
Oh, Patton,
Um,
cool. I forgot about her.
but I didn't want to make it too obvious because I would keep Rosario Dawson, Paula Patton, or Maya.
Hmm.
So my list is. I want to make sure I say this correctly. Um, I'm gonna start with Kerry Washington,
Oh,
Ooh, I forgot about her.
yeah,
Ooh,
Megan
ooh,
Good,
lips,
girl.
boy.
I love Kim.
Megan Megan Good.
Ooh, both of their lips. Man,
Hmm.
Megan Good and Kerry Washington got some luscious lips.
I love.
Tamara Mari, not Tia, but Tamara Mari.
Okay.
Yeah, Tamara, even though
They
they
are
older,
not. They
she
don't
do look
look the
better.
same to me.
She do look better though.
They done got older. They look different. I agree. But when they was younger, they definitely was identical.
And then I'm gonna throw in this wild card, Alicia Keys.
Okay,
Mm,
I
mm.
calling.
She a pretty one, little boy.
The bad part about my list is there are no dark skinned women here, but they don't really push a lot of dark skinned women as actresses. I have an issue with colorism because it shouldn't be about color as far as our people are concerned. But this is my list for tonight.
Hmm.
On short notice.
So Carrie Hilton.
No, no,
Kerry
no.
Washington,
Kerry Washington.
I mean,
not Kerry Hilton.
I said,
I'm so pretty. I should have probably picked her, but
It was because she cold too though.
she
Don't get
pretty.
me
But I don't
wrong.
know too much about Carrie Hilton.
okay, Carrie.
I just know the pretty girl rock. But Megan Good, I did not use Beyonce because I respect my buddy from my past lives.
Who is your Beyonce? I mean, who is your buddy?
You said
Damn.
who's Beyonce?
Yeah. I ain't gonna.
Dang.
I ain't gonna say Beyonce because if I did, no disrespect, but I would put Kelly Rowland over Beyonce anyway.
I would
I,
put Kelly Rowland and Beyonce any day.
I fucks with Kelly.
I put
Over
Latoya over
Beyonce.
anybody that
Now,
ever been in.
talent wise, Beyonce is winning. She got the right people behind her. Like I don't see any scenario where Kelly would have ever been able to be the Beyonce of today.
Well, all
Agree.
right.
But
Your balloon pop.
before
Okay, so
I
who your
liked
last
Kelly
person?
over Beyonce, I liked Latoya Luckett.
Latoya looked better than all of them. She looked way better than Beyonce.
But after they dropped them, you had to reevaluate your decisions. But let's go ahead and
But
continue on.
hold on,
So,
one more thing. Latavia looked better than Beyonce to me.
like both of the girls who got kicked out the group before they put Michelle in was pretty as hell.
Latavia and Latoya. Both of them look way better than
They
Beyonce.
looked alike. Was they weren't sisters, was they?
No,
I
Latavia
really
was
can't even tell you which one of them I used to like, man. And I just say Latoya. But when I
Latoya
was a
was light
kid, it
skinned,
was one of
Latavia was
them
dark
that I
skinned.
thought was the prettiest ones in the group. But
It
one
had
of
to be
them two
Latoya.
got put out.
It had
I
to be
just really don't
Latoya.
remember who was who.
Latoya was a light skinned one. She was cold. She looked like she could have been Beyonce's sister, but she looked way better than Beyonce. And Latavia was dark skinned and she used to wear like red in her hair, different
Well,
colors.
she was dark skinned, and that's not the one I'm talking about.
But Latavia was cute though.
Not based on colorism. I'm just saying who I liked back in the day.
Okay, that's what I'm
But
saying. It was
then when they
Latoya.
got kicked out
Latoya
the
was
group,
cute.
once they got kicked out the group, it was Beyonce. I mean, it was Kelly for me.
Kelly.
Yeah,
But yeah, Latoya was cold.
Michelle was definitely not a pretty one.
Nah, Michelle was
I
not
think
baby.
they chose Michelle just so that I don't
Her
know why
voice
they
wasn't
picked her.
her voice wasn't even all that to me. She sung better gospel than she did R&B.
I don't know what her gospel music sounded like, and it didn't even matter to me. She was not. She shouldn't even been. She was supposed to be in the group because it happened, but nah, not for me. So anyway, Kerry
Yeah.
Washington, Megan Good,
Mm-hmm.
Alicia Keys,
Oh
and
boy. Making good lips.
Tamara Mari. I mean, like if I had to pick somebody else, let me move her out. Let me. Man, I just don't know. Like, who would I substitute that for? Because
But
Why you
making
want
good
to change?
lips though, man, making good got them lips.
she
Luscious.
made it. I'm gonna just leave this. I'm gonna leave it like it is, and I gotta pop the balloons.
Who you gonna pop the
On
balloon
Alicia,
on first though?
I gotta pop balloons. These are my choices: Kerry Washington, Megan Good, Tamara Mari, and Alicia Keys.
Mm. At least you gotta go first. She too
I'm
manly.
gonna pop the balloon. Damn. On Tamara Mari for one.
Hmm.
Wow.
Hmm. Okay.
Because the list is crucial, right? The list is crucial. But Tamara, she's clearly a faithful woman.
It's hard to find.
But she favors men of different races for one. And she married someone that is not, but they mixed though. They are Italian and something else. So they mixed.
Yeah.
Uh but I'm gonna pop the balloon on Tamara without going any further into why I feel the way I feel because I don't want it to come back and bite me later on. So I'm left with Alicia, Megan, and Kerry. Mm, mm, mm. Alicia married She broke up a happy home and married Swiss Beats. And it's Swiss Beats.
Yeah, Swiss Beat. Yep, she
Who
did bring the baby on.
who was he with?
He was married to somebody else, and he divorced her to get with Alicia Keys.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
So,
And they've
supposedly.
been married. They've been married for about 10 years now. Though it's
Oh
not
yeah.
like we broke. I broke up the happy home, and then that shit don't even matter. What I'm saying, but they've been married for about 10 years or so. Uh, then I'm left with Megan Good. I think Megan Good was married to a preacher, right?
Dang, for real.
yeah.
Like
And now she's with Jonathan Majors.
Oh, she's not with the preacher no more.
Mm-mm.
Oh. Mm.
wow.
And then you got Kerry Washington, who
You should have known that shit wasn't
she,
gonna last though.
she's been in a lot of good movies. My favorite movie that she was in was Ray. Here's the issue with confusing acting with the actual personality. I've always liked the femininity that she has expressed in the movies that she's been in. What about me, Ray? Doug,
What?
playing when you play that music, you can get us dinged, bro.
You get it?
Yep.
Hmm.
Copyright ding.
I don't understand
So
for what. I didn't even hear it.
did you pop your did I miss the popping? You already popped
I
it?
popped the balloon on Tamara
Oh,
Mari.
that's right. I heard that part.
And I'm having a hard time defending anybody else. But I'm gonna pop this next balloon
At least I had
on
time with the last two. You ain't even got to the last two yet.
I'm gonna pop the balloon on Megan Good.
Dang, cause
What?
I gotta pop
Wow.
the balloon on Megan Good. Although, look at what happened with Jonathan Majors. She is in his corner. She's down and she is solid. She is a motherfucker
what?
who
I
you
couldn't pop
probably
the on them lips. She got them lips.
her balloon is pop. But she's loyal though. Like I don't know what kind of dude Jonathan Majors is. But when he was at his lowest, she's at court with him. She was all of that. She's down in the motherfucker. And I might regret this, but Megan Good, I have. Oh my god, she's down like a motherfucker, man. But I'm gonna pop the balloon on Megan Good.
Okay, so who you
So it
gonna
leaves
tell?
me with Alicia Keys, and Kerry Washington. And I'm gonna tell you, oh my god, because it's boiling down now to a wife and not a wife. I think Megan Good would be a good wife if I didn't like when she what's that dude that you like that had the good hair and all of that? Tay.
Michael Eagley.
She ran up and hugged him like, hey, and they was all happy. That shit made news lines because like you with your man, Jonathan Majors, and you hugging all on this other nigga in his face. Like, oh
Wow.
my man, I ain't seen you in a long time.
Oh wow.
Like there should be some type of restraint in front of your man. And if he ain't the one that she did it to, then I apologize. Uh, but she did it to somebody in front of Jonathan Majors, and it made headlines like, "Damn, you gotta respect your man." Like, what you on? But Alicia Keys or Kerry Washington?
Come on.
This one is dealing with young Andre versus older Andre. Everybody who really knows me knows that, and although I fell off, I really love music. I have a treble clef tattooed on my arm. Uh, I have stopped doing music, and it's against my own interest of who I am as a person. With that being said, I will have to pop the balloon
For who?
of Kerry Washington.
Okay.
And I I like her, but she cannot outdo Alicia for me. Alicia can sing. Alicia can play the piano. Although Alicia Keys was in proactive commercials because she had acne issues. So I'm not. It's not based on looks or colorism or anything like that.
Alicia Keys
I
seems like
want
she'd be masculine.
nah, not
Doug, what is masculine to you?
in that first video. I keep on falling in.
Yeah.
In love. That was a female prison. So that's it. That video in itself would give you the impression of masculinity.
I think she in control of the relationship over Swiss Beats.
Hell no. I don't
What?
believe that. I believe that if I
What?
had to think who was gonna be more
No.
feminine between Alicia Keys and Kerry Washington, the way that why I would have it was so hard for me to pick between Kerry Washington and Alicia Keys is I did feel like Kerry Washington in the roles that she has played in Hollywood have produced an emotional response from me of like, yeah, she is a wife type.
Hmm.
But Alicia Keys has possibly more in common in what I grew up wanting than Kerry Washington, but like I don't get masculinity from Alicia Keys outside of that first video. Her first music video with the women prison and she had the braids and everything like that. But outside of that video, hell no. I think I'm jealous of your girlfriend. Come on, man. Like I'm when I
Yeah, I don't
say
see no masculine. I don't see that from her.
none. There's
Not.
no
I don't think she's
masculinity in
controlling
that
her
woman.
relationship.
She is not. Swiss Beast wouldn't even be with her if that was the case. I think she
Right.
has the right amounts of uh, uh, feminine energy, and you can say that at a point in time they had to stay together because of the drama around them getting together.
Yeah.
But we looking like 10, 12 years later, and they still together. I don't want to hear none of that shit.
Yep.
So I just believe that she's a wife. Um, and even if she take you from somebody, she
Man.
gonna make sure you don't regret your decision.
Okay. I like
That's what I'm gonna say. Like if you leave, it's a motherfucking issue if you leave somebody and you get with somebody to do you dirt bad in the long run. You better not break your neck to look back where the fuck I'm at because this motherfucker treated you bad. Most
Mm-hmm.
motherfuckers already know not to do that anyway. Uh, but if you leave me for somebody that is for the long run, because
Mm,
everything temporary relationships, people be like, yep, everybody's happy in temporary relationships.
right.
And then they might not even admit that they was wrong and they just move on to the next motherfucker. Uh, but I can't get mad if but if you do that, if you bust that move and you bust that move to the wrong motherfucker, then you're gonna have to live that one out. Just like I would have to. If I chose let me go back to my list. Let's say I thought Megan Good was a better um person than Kerry Washington. And I broke up with Kerry Washington, this was my wife, and she was just like, everything I could have dreamed of. But maybe our sex life just ain't what I wanted to be. And I get with Megan Good, who has sex with me all the time. But Megan Good has an attitude problem. Is it sex over attitude or attitude over sex? Like, I'm just gonna tell you, I might be fucking with Megan Good. Saying like,
You funny.
I might just be messing with Megan Good, and I might be heartbroken because Carrie she was the right amount of feminine.
Yeah,
But
that's what I was thinking.
I know
Megan Thee
a
Stallion,
lot
that's
of older women who I've talked to, and I'll be like, well, why you ain't married now? Have you ever been married? Like, I'll be asking people these questions on the street without a camera, okay? But people who I know I work with, sometimes motherfuckers be like, well, this dude, he wanted to have sex too much. And he can't be stretching out my thing like that. And woo, 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 woo. So you decided that you were willing to be single because you didn't want to have sex. You didn't want to please your man. And so now that you're single, like, I think you have to decide. And I need y'all ladies to decide here on the podcast tonight. Would you rather your man cheat on you because you're not giving him the sex that he wants? Or are you willing to just end the relationship? Like, is it better to just say, you know what,
fuck it.
this ain't working out for me because I can't be who you want me to be. So I gotta walk away. Or are you willing to just be like, I guess it's a three-part question. You gonna put up with it. You gonna do what I say. Or I guess it's a toxic masculinity. It's a toxic masculinity question. Or do you do the things that keep the relationship together?
Mm. Lady T, you first.
How, how you come to me first? Now you go first. I've been going first.
She want
Okay.
to backtrack off your answer. That's why.
Huh?
She want to backtrack off your answer.
What?
No. She always
That's why she said, lady, see you first.
come with our own answers. Don't do that.
Yeah. Wow. No. guess to like make sure I understand the question. Because you kind of said a lot, so I just want to make sure I understand. You
First thing
saying,
I said I was gonna keep Alicia Keys, and that ends the balloon pop. So go ahead. What'd you say?
got you, got you. You're asking us if we would stay or leave based on what again? Like specifically what?
Lady T, do you remember the question? Cause I don't remember the question.
Well, fuck it.
You said so much, that's why I couldn't remember specifically
I
what the
said,
question was.
I thought that is
Are you willing to? Let's say a man, your man, like sex. I'm trying to see how I phrase this. You have the opportunity to leave this relationship because um, you don't like having sex as much. Because I was talking about I've talked to other older ladies who are single now in their 60s and 70s, and they is like, okay, so some men wanted to have sex too much. And they was like, oh, I ain't trying to get stressed out, or you ain't gonna be just fucking on me all the time. So they willing to be single because of that. Or
Wow.
or so you have the option of not doing that. And I'm trying to make it as clean as I can.
Yeah.
Or the person, are you okay because you don't want to do it like that? Is it okay for them to cheat? Are you going to be okay with them cheating? Right? Because you don't want to do it. You don't want to do nothing. You don't want to slide on the knob like corn on the cob. Like, if you don't want to do anything to please this person, are you going to stay? And do they have the option to bust moves around you?
Okay.
Should they suffer? Like, I don't really remember the original question though,
no.
but I just remember it was three
Said
parts to it.
no, that's basically what you said. You said, are we willing to stay and just basically get cheated on, or will you walk away from the situation?
But the burden is on the person who's not willing to do something, because some people don't want to have sex all the time.
Yeah,
So
I understand.
I don't know what you might think all the time is, because I
What's
think
all
like
the time?
And that's what
even guys though, if
I
you
was about to say. It depends on what's all the time because
but even with guys though, like I can say, yeah, I'm trying to fuck every day. But if you get somebody that really put it on you in the beginning of every day, it's gonna turn into like maybe a every other day or every like I don't think like even your imagination of every day could even be realized. Cause dudes you can get drained too. You see what I'm saying? But like what do you do when you run into a situation when you have a guy who has a higher sex drive than you? Do you pop his balloon? Like, oh nah, big dog. You doing too much. Like you be like, oh, I can't do it today. Oh, you tripping. Like how would you even handle somebody who has a higher sex drive than you? Do you know that it has an expiration date in a relationship, or do you think that he needs to acclimate to your sex drive?
I think
Like
y'all.
these are
I
big
think
questions right here.
yeah, these are some good questions though. I'm definitely gonna meet my man in the middle somewhere with this whole with his
Carter
sex drive
said we
being.
are officially in booty talk hours. I'm sorry, Tay. And go
That's
ahead.
funny. I would say that with my man, I would meet him halfway, meaning his sex drive is higher, mine is lower. Definitely going to be tooting it up for him so he can do whatever he want to do, so I can go to bed. Uh, so I can go to bed or whatever. But I will say, when you say all the time, there are going to be times, and there should be times where either woman or man can say, "Dang, baby, can you give me a few hours to sleep, or can we do this in the morning?" Or I mean, only in like certain situations with that. So like, I don't know, pick a situation, health problem or something. I don't know,
Let me
but
pick one with Doug. Doug,
huh?
Doug,
Yeah.
do you like hurry up and nut nigga pussy?
Not hurry up and none.
What?
What? What?
What the hell? What? Say,
What happened? Let's hurry up and nut pussy. What is that?
Doug, you know, I because I've had a group, we're gonna call it RTR.
yeah, I know you're talking
I
about.
took RTR questions into the real world. And some girls be like, some ladies, some women be like, when they don't want to have sex, but their guy wants to, they get into the mode of, okay, hurry up, get your, you know what I mean? Go bust that
Oh,
thing,
so he said, "Dog won't hurry up and nut."
Oh, like hurry up and get done.
hurry
Oh
up.
hell
Like,
no!
it's,
I don't like them.
Wouldn't nobody like that?
I
no,
don't like
but
them.
they do it. Come
They
on, hurry
exist.
up,
They exist though, but nah, I don't care
get
for
it
them.
on over with.
Definitely have done that before.
But people don't, guys don't like, I might as well fuck with somebody that want me to have sex with them. Like, don't ever.
Exactly.
Whenever I felt like that, I always felt like if this how you feel, I feel
I
like
might as
this
well go
is.
to somebody
I feel
else.
like I feel like this is borderline SA.
Well, let me finish real quick so we can get deep into that if y'all want to.
Might as
But
well go to
that's
somebody else. You want me to be quick?
um. But when I say meet them, that's what I mean by meet them halfway. Like there should be a compromise. I don't think that the woman should hold out and be like, well, I my sex drive is low and I don't want to do it, so suck it up. No, that's not cool. And then the man shouldn't have to suffer, and vice versa. So I would say that I would meet my man halfway. Uh, maybe I'm not gonna feel like doing it 2, 3 times every day. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot. So like
I
all
ain't
the
two, three
time. That's what.
times every day is excessive.
Oh, okay. So every day.
Because man, penises got
Mm-hmm,
skin just like vagina got skin. So you get too
mm-hmm.
much rubbing on it, you might get sore,
Got
like
you. Makes a
friction.
lot of sense. Okay. So then,
Unless you
yeah,
just don't care about it.
every day is definitely a lot. But I also feel like it's between the people. I mean, because honestly, he probably knows her and she knows him. Y'all married. And so you know what gets her going and she knows what gets him going. If a woman is interested in sex and she can see that maybe her man might not be as interested, like for an example, he didn't come home and cuff your booty in the kitchen and about bend you over the counter. So you kind of know that okay, maybe he ain't on there tonight. You know what I'm saying? But you really horny. Well, okay. But here's one thing. Sounds like you're gonna be doing most of the work because he's tired. So that means you're gonna have to gear up and be ready to put
And
the
get
work
on
in.
top.
Yep, you're gonna have to do your due because you the one horny. And then two, you know what gets him going. If some real good head gets him going, then baby
But
get
nah,
started. Get started. Do
at 41,
If I'm
I still
tired, you
have
better take your
questions
ass to
about.
sleep.
I still have questions about sex though, and I've been fucking more than most people. Right? I have experience. Uh,
If I'm tired, take your ass to sleep. Go
Well,
snore.
I was
I
so that's
sometimes
what
I
we asking though. That's what we asking is like if the man wants it or
Girl,
whatever,
who the fuck is you talking to?
Well,
who
I agree with you, Tay, when you say meet your man in the middle. Because I mean, basically, if I was in that situation, it just depends. Like, um, every day is a lot, but I mean, every day is gonna be different. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm not saying that I'm down for every day, but if I'm, hey,
we gonna
I
it
exactly.
don't
just
think
depends. It just
in
depends on
reality,
the
I really
mode.
don't think it's an everyday situation.
Yeah, I was gonna
If you
say
put it
like,
down on the motherfucker enough, he
yeah,
gonna need a break. He
right,
got
right,
hey,
right. And
Yeah.
you
then
know
what
what I'm
I was
saying?
gonna say too is, you gotta keep stuff kind of you gotta kind of do different stuff when y'all do it, because I believe that it's about getting bored. So as long as you can keep your man entertained and vice versa, keep your woman entertained as well. Try new things. Don't be afraid to go outside the box with it. It could be days where you're not even necessarily um doing physical sex. You can do oral sex. You know what I'm saying? There's other ways of pleasing
I ain't
outside
never
of
had that happen.
you know what I'm saying? I mean, and I'm what? Like, okay, so what? Okay, since we're talking about relationship anyway, okay, so what about when she's on her period? Like, if I'm on my period, baby, I'm on that, baby. He's getting some head. The fuck you talking
Motherfucker be
Right.
on their period and don't touch me.
Right.
about? No,
And
baby, and believe it
it
or
ain't
not,
even nothing.
and it's so crazy, but believe it or not, your hormones are higher when
High,
you're
way higher. Way higher.
you actually
Now I've been in situations where we gonna
like
get the
so.
peroxide out the closet and we
What?
gonna lay a towel down.
Oh my God! Look
Cause
at
I don't play no games. We
see,
gonna
but
get the
everybody
peroxide. We
don't
gonna
get down like
we
that. Now don't get
and
me wrong. I
if
know
it ain't
everybody
no
might
peroxide in the closet, we still gonna lay the towel down and then I'm gonna go get the peroxide in the morning. And we gonna get
Rock
some
that.
Dawn dish detergent and we gonna scrub the motherfucking shit out if it made it past the
Everybody
towel.
got tails. Shit, look at everybody got tails.
If it
right.
made it past, we fold the towel at least one or two times, and then you lay your booty part on the towel.
Oh
So if
my God.
it's a
Yeah, some
heavy
people you
flow,
gonna need one of them big old thick beach towels.
if it's a heavy flow, we gonna motherfucking make it do what it do.
Damn.
If you
That
can walk through mud, you can fuck through blood.
oh,
I cannot. I'm cracking up. Listen. Oh my
And
god.
if you can
hey,
call me nasty, then say I'm nasty. But
you know, I mean, everybody got their
If they do say it's nasty shit, I guess I'm a nasty motherfucker because I have been there and done that.
everybody got their preference. You know,
where the fuck is the peroxide?
man,
What?
that's
This
crazy.
is so funny to hear this because,
My
like,
thing is, if she willing to do it, hey,
Right.
I ain't gonna lie.
hey,
I ain't
you
gonna
got
lie though.
to
When
do it.
I'm that heavy on my cycle, I'm not willing to have sex when I'm that heavy. But baby, I have days where I'm not, and my hormones be on 10,000. A lot of women's hormones is higher during
Yes.
that time,
I
so
don't
she
know
should be
that.
doing
But I
something.
think even then, I think the woman has to desire her guy. Like
Yes,
if she does
definitely.
not desire her guy, it don't matter if she on her period or she's not on her period. She ain't giving up no pussy. And
Mm-hmm.
Right.
this is the thing where I feel like when you don't want to have sex with your person, then move the fuck around because you can't get mad if he or she
Fuck with somebody
decide
else.
to fuck with somebody else. Because even I have somebody who I know that female. She kept asking her dude, "Hey, woo woo woo, hey, woo woo woo." The motherfucker kept saying, "Oh, I'm tired," or "Oh, no, this," no that, and yeah, she ended up not coming home one night. She came back home though. She got tired the fuck up, and yeah, it didn't go well. But
Wow.
she kept asking, kept doing something, and he wasn't trying to bust it open for her. I didn't say bust it open like booty hole. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't trying to sling their meat.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but he was.
Well, what if somebody's not? What if, okay, say for instance, if somebody's not
A
giving
dude should
you
always give his woman, I don't care what is going on. You can just lay back and let her hop on top. May said, get on top till you get your nut.
head,
On the, I forgot the song it was. Lay back. I'ma lay back till you get it. But I
mm,
think I know some people want you to beat it up and get all in there like you blending the cake. But but I'm just saying, like when you're in a relationship though, telling your person no or not tonight or any of that kind of stuff,
Just a kid to go cheat.
you are risking cheating. Especially okay, if you do it one night, okay, baby, I understand your head hurting tonight. If I ask you on Monday, you'd be like, yeah, not tonight, baby. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and 2 months go by. Like, come on now. You
right.
telling me that Sharon down the street got some good pussy.
Mm-hmm.
But
Because
she
ain't
be
no
Basically,
something.
woman gonna be able to go that long. That means you're not into him like that.
I'm telling you, let's go into this movie. Do any of y'all watch the Big Meat? What was the Big Meat show?
I don't know what the
Uh,
hell that is.
None of y'all watch. Big Meat is out. Free Big Meat. He's out. 50 Cent did it. And what the fuck is Big Meat show? Anyway, the show, the husband, Big Meat's daddy, and his
Mm-hmm.
mom was going through a situation. I wish somebody was in the chat that can go in here and tell us what the actual show is called without me having to go and find it out. But his mama was not trying to give his daddy no pussy. And I think the 50 Cent and whoever else was the writers, they had a great idea when it came down to this show. But his mama was not giving him any vagina. This man never cheated as an adult since they've been married. But she was working at Wendy's, and he was a struggling artist and different things like that. But BMF is the name of the show.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Uh, and eventually, somebody showed interest in him. She was
Okay.
accusing him of having sex with somebody else in the church that he was not ever messing with because he never messed with nobody else. But eventually, this big ass, eventually, he was doing something at somebody's house, some handyman work, and she put that thing on him. Now the question is, who's to blame? He been asking his wife to have sex with him for months on end. She wasn't doing nothing. And then somebody was like, I think you're a handsome man, you're sexy, and you're this. What?
Well, if you gotta get what you want from somebody else,
But
shit.
then when he got caught, then she was mad. I don't think that you should have been mad. You should have been trying to understand like everything is in hindsight. But you can't just treat your man or your woman like they're nothing. That's how I feel about it. You can't ignore their sexual desires. Like you knew what they liked. You knew what they liked. You knew when you met them, they was like on you every day. Like, baby, come on, let's bust it open. Like I know sometimes people get tired, and I can be tired on Wednesday. But if I be like, come on, come on, he can't do it. Like, cause I know somebody that I work with. Their issue is their person wants oral sex, but they don't give oral sex. And she has a problem with that. Well, my issue with it, I agree that it should be give and receive. But I know more than her husband knows. Like I ain't never messed with the girl. Let me just put that as a disclaimer. Uh, but she out here fucking everything. They got married, and then they got married January 1st, and then January, at least between the 1st and the 14th, she was in that sex club. I posted it on Facebook. She was over
Wow.
here in the sex, that little, it used to be a funeral home or something, turned sex club, turned swingers club.
Wow.
So she was there and been there all year.
Wow.
The whole year 2020, not the whole year. She claimed that she stopped going at a particular time. That's cool. But she was talking about, because I had a conversation with her, and I'm like, we're gonna have a follow up in December because her issue was the dude wasn't paying no bills, and he wasn't doing any of this, and he wasn't doing any of that. So my issue was, okay, we're gonna have a follow up in December. Well, shit, we're gonna have a follow up a year from where we're talking now. But in January, she started going to the sex club and she started doing all this, meeting up with random couples on Facebook, dating sites, all kind of shit. She was like, "Well, I never got a chance to have fun and do all the stuff that he said that he did." And he introduced her to threesomes and shit like that. Now she be having bumps and all that shit on her face and all that kind of shit now. Which these are some of the things that I don't address with what she was saying about her decision making. Ah, she made the wrong choice. And now she wants her marriage to work. I said, well, at what point in time did you decide that you wanted to make your marriage work? Because for the whole year 2024 so far, you didn't want to make your marriage work. You didn't want this thing to work. She said, well, I wanted around the time that he decided that he wanted a divorce is when I decided that I wanted my marriage to work.
Mm.
So you know, anybody that know me know. Now I'm coming for your head, and I don't give a fuck how cool we are. Now I'm coming for your head. You've been cheating on your husband.
And you went out
Y'all
there.
got married January 1st. You want it to be iconic. We're going to always remember our wedding, our marriage anniversary date. You've been sucking dick and eating pussy at the sex club.
And then come back with a whole bunch of bumps and shit on your face. Yeah, right. That bitch getting the divorce.
Then
Fuck with you no more. Fuck that.
she
It's
don't even
over.
know nothing about any of this shit though.
Mm. Till death do us
She
part.
been
My
getting
ass.
trained. She was like, I had my first black guys, three black guys running the. I guess I don't know. In this, I ain't never been in one of them swinger clubs. You know what I'm saying?
Till death
But
do
I
us part.
guess
My ass.
as long as they bust it open, then you can do what you do and all that. But even with her, I was telling her I didn't feel like she was talking about. Yeah, I took whatever pill she took, and she was drinking Hennessy, and she was just out of it. So I was like, I don't think that it's okay because you can come back and say, even though you might not know who did it to you, you can run a playback like somebody SA'd you, even if you was in there,
Mm-hmm.
in that club. But the biggest thing for me is no matter how much she said he was a bum and he was this, he was that, you could have just left. But now you got some shit that you possibly bringing back to this dude. And although he don't even know the extent of everything that you have done, you saying now you want your marriage to work. You want everything to work now. And I'm saying, how? This goes back to a body count. But how could you want your marriage to work? Are you going, okay, you want your marriage to work on the panel? Do you think that she would tell her husband what she did from sex at the multiple times at the sex club, um, the time of meeting the swinger couple,
Mm.
any other thing else that has happened? Can you make your marriage work
Hell no.
and
To
not tell the
death
truth?
nah. It couldn't work no more. That's done
No,
deal.
I don't think
Till,
so.
till death do us part. My ass. Yeah, right. Nah, you want to go off and do this shit that you doing, and now you coming back potentially got something. Nah, fuck that. It ain't working. Mm-mm.
But at this age of death, do you part in sickness and health? That ain't in the Bible, but that's the oath that you took.
That's an oath that's gonna get broke because if she went out there and did what the fuck she did or whatever, that's on you. You the one that's go to the liquor fire for that shit, not me.
She can drag you to the lake of fire, though.
Mm.
She can drag you by. I was thinking about this today. I was pulling up into my neighborhood. A lot of stuff just stay on my mind, but because people be thinking men, men think you can gauge who got HIV. They might be dusty looking, or they might be dirty motherfuckers who are on drugs, and that might be your thought process. I remember I was watching one of these TV shows like a Ricky Lake or Phil Donahue, or I don't remember what it was, but it was a pretty girl, pretty fine. And they did like, you remember how who was that dude? You are not the father.
Maury.
Maury Povich. Uh, they had a decoy in the background. This was not the Maury Povich show, but it was a decoy in the background like Maury Povich. And the dude was hitting on her, talking like woo woo woo. I think you cool and you clean and you all that. And the motherfucker pulled out like when they put him on stage. Well, you were saying that you would hit me without the rubber and you would do all this. Now they didn't use the word hit. Now I'm just bringing these terms into the future. That woman had HIV. Even if you pay attention to a lot of black, because I scroll a lot, I've seen a lot of stories, and it's a lot of people in Atlanta, pretty fine motherfuckers who got hit. And this is what I was thinking today. Like sometimes you don't even know when you be hitting people or you go down and be having the oral thing and do any of that. You think they cool just because they cool, especially from these dating sites.
Mm-hmm.
That dating site shit make the world so much smaller. And just because you find you can meet somebody, this is what I was thinking. Like you can meet somebody who don't even know that they got it, and then they find out, and then they hit you like I think I found out today that woo woo woo, and I think that you need to go and get woo woo woo. You need to go get tested. Like that is some scary shit. But motherfuckers are not thinking like that. That goes back to me talking about earlier. Like, yes, we can say fuck this gender war shit. Cause the only war that matters is you against everything that's around you. Motherfuckers want to be loved so much that they put everything else on the line. When these dating sites are filled with people having sex with everybody else that's on the dating site. Like you might be lucky and find somebody who ain't nobody like, cause like this nigga is a dark-winged duck looking motherfucker. But even that dark-winged duck looking motherfucker could find somebody. And here's the scary part. Imagine somebody who can't get nobody, who they ain't got no play, but they on this shit called what's that shit called? Uh List crawler. Now, I ain't never in my life bought or paid for services. But think about this. Am I going to pay for a membership for a dating website? Or am I going to put that same money and I can hit somebody today? And I can go through this list, and the caution part about it is, okay, maybe it could be the police. But most people who are on List Crawler, they ain't thinking about that. And the majority of people who are on there, whether they selling it or buying it, they not worried about the police. If it happened, it happened. But imagine them hitting these motherfuckers who are over here doing all this random raw dogging. and then they bringing it to the dating sites. And I don't care, even if you strap up the first time, I believe that my experience, not saying I do not have any experience with list crawler. That's not what I'm saying. Or and I ain't never paid for a prostitute. I ain't never did any of that kind of stuff. And I don't agree with anybody who say, well, if you go to the movie, you pay. I don't agree with it. It's two different things. But the dating site and meeting people on dating sites where everybody messing around with everybody, I believe that eventually you're going to raw dog. I don't care if it's 3 months, 2 months, or we had sex 2 times. And so, okay, now we free. I just believe we're not in the 90s, and the 90s was crucial. I was a kid in the 80s, and even if I did stick some meat in the 80s as a little kid, that shit don't count. But in the 90s, in the early 2000s, yeah, we was in a bad place. But now, if you are meeting anybody online and then you are sticking meat to them, or you taking meat from somebody that you meet on the dating site, you are two shades of a stupid motherfucker if you are not doing some type of testing to make sure that they don't have nothing. At least HIV, because you don't know what the other motherfucker, especially if it's a lady and she goes through this. If you're a dude, she got a plethora of a dude as a dude dealing with dating sites. You do not have the options that a woman has on the dating sites. You just don't. She's the prize on the dating sites. I don't care what she look like. The woman is the prize on the dating sites. And if you are over here, if you are one of the guys who are lucky enough to get chosen, and you go from this woman to that woman and that woman, you shit. You need to be somewhere checking yourself out. But if you're a woman to every 3 months, to every 6 months, to every 9 months, shit, every 12 months, you can find one guy. Ain't no guarantee that even if you're dealing with that one guy, that he's not still over here on the dating site meeting other motherfuckers.
Hey, y'all, I'm sorry. I'm dozing off. I'm going to catch y'all on Thursday, okay?
What we said is, we love you and take your ass to sleep.
I love y'all too. Much power, truth be told. I'm out.
But we about to end it though. I'm gonna turn it over to anybody else that want to say nothing because I need to go to sleep my motherfucking self. But dating in 2024 is dangerous, especially if it's online. It's easier, but this shit is dangerous as fuck. Body count matters. But I think that a lot of people who are on dating sites possibly have high body count. Later till you sleep. Lady T sleep. Doug, you sleep?
Nah, but the girls knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, I'm kicking him out.
Hmm.
So what do you think, though?
I agree. I
What did
definitely
Brett
agree
say?
with the dating site shit.
Brett said,
Guys, this is so woke. Thank you for exposing the truth in society. I'm so happy to view it right now. Mhm. And
he
what you saying?
said, he said, I'm
Oh,
happy to be your only viewer right now. That's all bad. But thank you for coming in to view it. But no,
yep.
I just feel like that kind of way. Like, um, sometimes we get fucking shit mixed up where we think just because somebody likes us, that mean they gonna be down forever. I think going back to what the lady T said, uh, most people have an agenda. Just like think about P. Diddy. Imagine with P. Diddy. Now we can talk about P. Diddy and keep people who clicking on this possibly engage. So P. Diddy got everybody coming after him, all these lawsuits and everything.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay politically correct. What if they came over there willing to do everything that they did? Is it okay now to? That's why I made the thumbnail "Blood in the Water"
Mm-hmm.
with sharks. You know, they always said that if it's a little bit of blood in the water, the sharks are going to come out and they're going to seek
Yeah, they can smell it.
in the water. At
That's it.
least that's what we have been taught.
Yeah.
With that being said, though, is everybody that's coming out saying something about P. Diddy true? I'm about to open up the panel, and you got to be a real person. The ladies are gone, but you got to be a real person if you're going to come up here and talk. Okay, Lady T back. Hold up, copy. Guess at the stage. Lady T, you back or you sleep? Yeah, she sleep. So I'm gonna put this link in the chat before we get off of here. We ain't gonna go past 1 o'clock at all. Just to open it up real quick. But do you think that out of 12,000 people who called in, and that same law firm took 120 of those people so far and said that they feel these are uh, legitimate cases against Diddy. You got people talking about I was 13, I was this, and I was that. Do you think that all these cases are legitimate, or do you think that It's a money grab.
I sure was about to say that. I don't think all of it is legit. Yeah, when people hear see stuff like this, especially people like us that's not in the limelight, that's not in the money and everything, they see that money and think, oh shoot, maybe I should say that he did something to me. Maybe I can get $1 million. Maybe I can get $500,000 out of it. I think a lot of people are just trying to get that money, to be honest.
And I think that's what's it's so terrible with our people that we are so willing to break down our own people for the bag.
That's a
Now with
curse on my people.
the Abercrombie and Fitch situation, like I ain't never owned an Abercrombie and Fitch anything, but we don't hear about that. This is the test that's going on right now. If black people got so much issue with SA or any of the other breakdowns of those words, why are they not talking about Abercrombie and Fitch?
Mm.
The CEO was just arrested for uh what's the word? Let's say he was accused of exporting men, trafficking men from this country to that country, from this state to that state. Now, this was not what we would call a black person, but I still think that it's a test. But the test is going to be to see how many black people going to come out against this thing. Or are we just only about tearing down our own people? Like, I'm not saying this is Diddy's experience, but sometimes people get falsely accused of stuff.
Yeah.
There was a one story that's going viral right now. There was a deaf guy, and he also had cerebral palsy, and he was
Mm.
accused of doing something. I know the real issue was with the Caucasian guy, but when the police pulled up, the Caucasian guy blamed whatever the issue was on the black guy that was walking. And the police pulled up on the dude, and they was trying to talk to him and told him to stop and all of that. Problem was he was deaf.
Wow.
They jumped out that car and beat him up like a motherfucker, and still charged him, even after they knew that he was deaf.
Mm. Knowing he ain't know what the hell was going on.
Didn't know what was going on. They told him, put your hands behind your back. Like that, this shit is crazy, bro. For me, just thinking about it, this shit was crazy. And the
It's
only part that
bullshit.
I found it funny about, like, these motherfuckers was told that he was deaf, and they still like put your hands behind your back. Like, how the fuck is he supposed to even know what y'all got going on with him?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Sounds some bullshit to me.
it's bullshit. They was just recently put on leave, paid leave, like 30
They
to
should have
60
been
days
fired.
after the yeah, 30 to
They
60
should have
days
been
after the
fired.
situation happened. But
That's abuse to a handicapped man. They should have been fired.
they should be in charge though.
Yeah, and charged. That's almost like a hate crime.
It's definitely gonna be something. But I don't know. Just recapping on everything that we talked about, I think today was a good show. I do think
I
that
think so.
Diddy is in a pool of blood, though. I do think that nobody's safe anymore. Any rapper, we're not against rap. We're not against rappers,
But
but
we
we are
are
against
against those
those who
thugs.
flew any bitches out to come to Miami
Mhm.
or to Georgia. You going to jail. Like,
Mhm.
it's going down. They just did Abercrombie and Fitch dude just to like act like, okay, we not only coming after black people, but believe. Boosie has spoke out about it. Boosie about to be one of the next people that they possibly coming for, just because he spoke out about what they're doing. Like, and he wasn't wrong.
Mm.
People been, how can I even get with you? I meet you in Indiana, but I live in Atlanta.
Mm.
And I fly you out to Atlanta to have, and we have a great weekend together. But maybe you wanted a bag. You might have wanted $2,000, and I didn't do something that you said that you wanted. Or let's say none of that is even an issue, because the law is, to my understanding, if I even bring you to Atlanta from Indiana, I am ST. And there's nothing I can do to get around that. But I think a lady can fly you in from Atlanta to Indiana for purposes of clapping cheeks, and there will not be a case
Mm.
about that. Sometimes I just wish I practiced law. Sometimes I wish that I knew more than I did know. But that is a big question. If a woman flies a man from one state to another for the purposes of clapping cheeks, is that ST?
Mm.
Is it? Or does it not even matter? Because trust me, women are also flying men from state to state
Yeah.
for the purposes of clapping cheeks. I mean, most men ain't telling. Cardi B admitted that she was drugging men.
Mm.
She was a stripper and she was drugging men and then robbing them and is free. It could be because no dudes are stepping up saying, yeah, I'm the dude who Cardi B did it to.
Mm.
For me, if it was me, if I was one of the dudes, even if I wasn't one of the dudes and I lived in New York, I would say I was one of them dudes. Why not? Ladies are doing it to Diddy and R. Kelly, and
Yeah.
and
Hell yeah.
all the women who did these things, they getting away with it. I don't think that shit fair for me. So I think there was one time when Queen Latifah was in Indiana, and no, I'm just playing. Queen Latifah is a cool woman, man, and I just didn't know. I remember going to the movies in the '90s. watching Set It Off.
Set It Off. Yeah. And someone told me you was in the ear of that movie.
And they was like, see,
Everybody called it. Everybody
I
called it.
I didn't know the
Everybody
Queen
called it
Latifah.
bisexual.
I didn't know the Queen Latifah that everybody else knew. That who you calling the bitch? You and I Ty. I might have knew that song, but I didn't know like Queen Latifah, Queen Latifah.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think her coming out as being gay ruined her persona. Like she's still Queen Latifah.
Yeah, she gonna
I
always
don't
be
think
more different no matter what.
I don't think LL Cool J would have been able to do that. And everybody been like, yeah, that's still LL Cool J. Hell nah. Nah. It would not have worked. But people are right now still they coming out with something about LL Cool J. About
Russell Simmons.
no, there was a song with him. It was a group song with a lot of people from New York. And they saying that he was talking about a he, she, and all of that. And I really do not think that that's what he was saying. I can't think what I think he was in was it Busta Rhymes? It was like a group track with a lot of people from New York. But it was like, yeah, he was on some rainbow things there.
No, I don't hear about them. I don't know, but I like that song. That new song he got out with Eminem. Though that motherfucker hard.
It's cool. I ain't gonna say hard.
I like it because he switched his style up to go fast as Eminem.